Good morning, East Coast. First in the panel. First in the chat, not on the panel. As you can see, it's pretty nice out there. I just got back from doing 3 ships. I got one of them posted so far. The Mesabi Minor is should be posted. I still got to do the John J. Boland and the CSL Lorenzen.
Wasabi Minor.
Brenda, how you doing? Happy Mother's Day, Brenda. Angel loves you. Hey, Laura, happy Mother's Day to you too. Even though it's the grandkids or the nieces and nephews that David talks about. Sorry about that. I had to pitch some peanuts out to the squirrels. Because Uncle Joe would hate that if I didn't take care of his little buddies. Anyway, Hey Lance, how you doing? So what's everybody doing? Anything good today or love to have somebody join me? It's a bright sunny day here, but it's only 45 degrees, so you get what you get. Oh, Lance is gonna leave his northern digs and head back home. Okay, Lance, I understand. Well, Lance, you could join the panel without a camera, and you can just use your voice if it picks your voice up. Anybody like to join? Go ahead and go up there and click on the Happy Mother's Day, and it'll give you. Well, good, Lance. Lance has an annual Mount St. Helens, because when it erupted, that's up close to him. Well, good, Lance. I'm glad everybody had a good time. Did you have pizza at your party or what did you have, Lance? Ribs, dogs, burgers. Oh man, beer and wine. So you're gonna pack up and head home. Your daughter comes home, I think, this week, doesn't she? Your wife's gonna have to fly down there and help her pack up and fly back, right? Well, that sounds like nice weather there, Jim. Might be a glitch. What's that, Lance? Excuse me. Yes, I did fly, Lance. Uh, the drone's holding up okay.
Good morning, Paul.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Ain't all right. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, pretend mothers across the world, apart from in the UK because it's not Mother's Day here.
Yeah, when your Mother's Day was a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's nearer to Easter.
My mum got an Easter egg.
Yeah. We bought Laura's mum an Easter egg. 2 birds, 1 stone.
Wow. Yeah, you covered both of the holidays.
Yep.
So how are things over there in the UK? Is it getting warm yet?
Yeah, it's 22 today.
When I went and flew the 3 ships this morning, it was only 44 degrees. A little
Hey,
chilly.
Google, what's 22 degrees in Fahrenheit?
What's what?
Celsius is equivalent to 71.6 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, you're
71.6.
gonna be in the 70s. Okay.
The Birdman strikes again. Shaved another bird, this time 40 miles away from me, without even leaving my home.
Really?
Yep.
Well, good for you. Oh, here comes our friend Justin.
Yeah, so somebody found a fledgling in the garden and took it in, and I said, no, put it back outside. It's better off with its mum than anywhere else.
So,
And hundreds of people were all on Facebook all going, oh no, you got to take your time, and last week you got to do this, you got to do that. Well, they ignored everyone and listened to me and put it back outside. And this morning, the mum came down, fed it, and off it flew. All it needed was that bit of energy. And now it's free out there with its mum.
Well, it sounds like that bird had Mother's Day.
Yep.
Well, Justin, how are you doing today? What are you doing for your wife?
doing dinner later. She's going to church right now,
Oh, they're going to church?
though. Yeah.
I know you weren't going to go to church, but
No, I don't go.
the wife and kids went to church.
No, just Sarah's going. I don't think the kids are even going.
All the kids aren't going.
Morning,
Okay.
Skyfly. Morning, Brenda. Good morning, Jim. Good morning, Lance. Anyone else I've missed? Oh, good morning, East Coast. You have a good stream last night, Justin?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was actually going to come and join you, but I didn't want to cause any issues.
No, it was all right. I didn't stay up very late. I think I left around like 10:30, 11. I didn't want to be up all night.
How many people were you gaming with last night?
About 5 different people.
Him, Corey, Jason, and I don't know who the other one was when I was there.
Oh, that was
Scott.
Scott. Yeah.
Yeah, I did love that bit where you stole the crown in the lobby and that person followed you into the game and got it back.
Oh, dude, that pissed me off because they were emoting around it, and I kept trying to grab it, and it wouldn't let me grab it.
You've got to screen grab that little bit. The fact that you stole it, yeah, and they even followed you into the game to take it back.
Yeah, I went back and watched it. It was the same girl too.
Yeah, I
With the
know.
outfit.
Oh, that was funny as fuck. Yeah, you have to do the video of it, you in the lobby with her, trying to steal it, and then you put few moments later, and then she's gay killing you. Fucking mine.
I know. I think they thought I wasn't going to be able to grab it because they were trying to emote around it, so you couldn't.
Yeah.
But it finally like glitched out and let me grab it. I think it
Hello,
pissed her off.
Joe.
Hey, what
Good
up?
morning, Joe.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, it is.
What we saying about Joe here? Something we need to know?
So did you wish all your mothers happy Mother's Day?
Haven't wished anybody nothing.
Wait, Paul, this is getting confusing now. You've wished Joe happy Mother's Day, insinuating that, he's a mother. And then you said, have you wished all your mothers? How many mothers do you think he has?
Well, what the slang version of mothers is MF,
Yeah. Actually, is it Happy Mother's Day or is it the American version? Happy Mom Day.
No, it's mothers over here.
What you call them mom?
That's a British thing, mum.
No, mum, M-U-M is British. Mom, M-O-M is American. Here's Ed.
Good
morning, everybody.
We need to get Ed's beard to grow back quicker. He looks very stressed.
No. Good.
No, he's just tired because he's been working all week.
Good morning,
Yeah, no.
guys. Good morning. Good morning.
What time do you want to be ready?
And happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. Hey,
What time do you want to be ready?
I don't know, 10 o'clock.
What the hell you trying to say, Ed? Huh?
Yeah.
Hey,
So
what's that, Justin?
what the hell you trying to say, huh?
What?
Call me mother?
Wishing us Happy Mother's Day. I mean,
Yeah,
you couldn't have done it without you.
I don't know. You could be a mother. I don't know. Fuck. The way the world is these days, I don't know.
Yeah, that's right. But
And I'm a mother and proud of it.
Well, see, there you go.
Brenda,
See,
Joel, Lance.
and it's not Mother's Day here. Well, as well a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
oh,
they do theirs different.
Yeah.
If
We
I-
got lucky this year. It was actually near Easter, so we was able to get her an Easter egg and Mother's Day present in one. There you go. Happy Easter, happy Mother's Day. Have an Easter egg.
oh,
So I went down to the store yesterday, right? You know those blue e-cigarettes they have, the disposable ones? I don't know if you guys
Yeah.
ever seen those, the blue ones that light up at the end. Well, they're usually like $9 a piece, like they're expensive. And they had a bunch of them for $1
They're
a
a
piece.
quid over here.
Nah, these ones are like really heavy duty, but they're disposable. I don't know why they make it like that, but
Well, guess what?
Yeah.
If you think they're cheap now, they're going to get even cheaper. You know why? They're being banned here in the UK and being banned in Europe.
no, they're not cheap because of that. They were cheap because the one gas station had overstock.
Well, they will have an overstock because we're banning them.
I just happened to walk in there and I asked the guy, I said, what happened? He goes, some employee ordered way too much shit last month. And we ended up with a bigger order. And he's like, we just don't have the room for it. He's like, the owner wants to get rid of it. So I was like, give me 5 of those, give me 6 of these, give me 4 of those, because everything was $1 on the shelf. You're talking like $10 to $20 items, like different cartridges for different vapes and stuff. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah. I went in there and spent like $30. I was like, give me 5 of these, 5 of that.
So now he's gonna sell for 20 on a Facebook market.
Hell no, I'm using them. That's what I was saying. I just happened to run across it. I was like back when I smoked cigarettes. I was in Walgreens. I think it was Walgreens when they stopped selling cigarettes. It was one of the drugstores or whatever. They wanted to put their image out that they were being more health conscious and everything, so they stopped selling cigarettes nationwide. And I walked in there, dude, and they had name brand Marlboros on sale for like $2 or $3 a carton. Like super fucking just dirt cheap. I walked in there and told the lady, I said, I'll take 6.
Yeah.
I bought all 6 of the last Marlboro menthols they had.
Yeah, well, disposable vapes have been banned here, or being banned, and 18-year-olds today are the last 18-year-olds that will be able to buy cigarettes. And next year, they'll be the last 19-year-olds, and the year after, the last 20-year-olds.
What I don't get is
They're
like
gonna. Sorry.
no, I was gonna say I don't get like in Australia, like Dominic was explaining it to me.
I
They
heard
don't
about
let you use reusable vapes, so you just have to switch the little
Or,
like the little cartridges in, you know?
hey, Dustin,
They won't.
What?
Paul, Justin, David, Joe,
Mark.
Ed.
Yeah.
Mark.
Justin, did you say they won't let them use them?
No, Dominic and Matt said they banned them over there. Like you
I
can't
thought it was
buy the
disposable ones they were banning.
No, that's the ones that they ended up putting in were disposable ones that had like 20, 30,000 puffs guaranteed on them. But yet they had a USB-C port built into them, a battery, everything. And you just throw them away when you're done. You can't refill them. And I'm like, well, how is that more environmentally conscious than letting somebody reuse the same vape a million times before they decide to toss
We've
it
gone
and
the
buy
other
another
way.
one?
We've just banned the disposable ones.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that. To me, me and Dominic both agreed it didn't make any sense. And we're like, what the fuck? Like,
Gonna be honest, they're Australians, probably why.
yeah,
Joe,
because
Brenda, Dusty.
they used to have ones
Jim.
that's like we have that you could rebuy you could put new
Lance,
cartridges, different things like that.
Dusty.
And it's humid as shit outside right now.
I was supposed to go to my brother's today, and I'm gonna probably go. But it's also a freaking 4-year-old birthday party, and I don't have anything. Trying to think if I got anything around here hidden. I always have little stuff like that, you know.
Not got a chainsaw, mobile phone. They're all into that these days. Give me your iPad.
Yeah. No, that ain't happening.
Give him one of your drones, Joe.
Well, it's like she don't need anything, you know. I've actually got a brand new $25 gift card sitting over here. I might just give him that, you know.
A gift card to Sam's Club.
I'll figure something out. I might stop at the dollar store on the way and grab something.
I had a
You don't need anything.
I had a $60 gift card for Applebee's in my wallet for like 3 months and forgot about it. One day, me and Sarah were wanting to get something to eat, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Well, you know what I have in my wallet? I have two $50 gift cards to Keith Young Steakhouse here. I need to use them bitches.
Well,
I
last
mean,
time,
I get I get good steaks for $100.
yeah, last time we met with Gitchy, she gave us all the Starbucks cards that she gets off passengers. She went, she don't use them, so she said we could have them, and we didn't know if we could use them or not because they were in dollars. And we took them to Starbucks, and they went, yeah, you can use them here. So we got drinks, and then we just donated all the rest of them to the homeless, and said any homeless people walk past, let them have a free warm drink.
No. No. No.
Yes,
No.
yes,
You're not
Oh.
coming up. No.
yes.
Hey.
Let me sit on your knee.
Jesus.
Come on, Ed. Let me sit on your knee.
I get mad when I pass a homeless.
Like
There we go.
Oh, you're making them look around.
He loves his daddy, doesn't he?
Oh yeah. Look, he's looking around.
Look
Like,
at the puzzled look on the face. Like, what the fuck is that? That
Look at him, he's
dog's got a British accent.
Look, he's trying to see where the dog is.
That's me. I got mine barking. Stop.
Oh,
Well, they can't hear you.
oh,
Daddy, what's going on? Look. Not there.
oh.
Did you,
Oh, now
did you
you
let
made
him
the-
know? Did
Now
you let
you
him know
made
he's
every dog in
adopted?
the neighborhood bark now.
There's dogs all over the world going, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah. Oh, now you made all the hey, no. Now you made all the dogs bark in the neighborhood. Oh, how do I mute this? Sorry for the noise.
They thought that was the international call to turn on humans. They're like, the time?
All time. Shit, I've been waiting a long time. Been waiting 14 years. I thought you were 2, man. Bitch, get with the program.
If your neighbours upset you, but you can't actually confront them, yeah, this is the best way to send a message to
Yeah.
them.
What's up,
think he's
Dustin?
right.
Jim? Dustin? I think.
Come on, everybody in the chat. I can't see no one in the chat.
What's up, Jim?
Joel. And Dustin's here. Jim is here. Brenda's way back.
I'm just gonna take my plafa.
I wonder what Brenda's going to be doing for Mother's Day down there in Southern Florida.
Yeah. Well, it turned out a beautiful day here today. No wind. We had a big thunderstorm last night. That's by. We've got a really nice day today.
It's gloomy again, and it was supposed to get rain again about 5 o'clock. But it doesn't look like it's gonna be anything but gloomy all day.
It's supposed to be super hot today, 36. Whatever that is, you guys' weather.
22 degrees.
Is that 36 in Fahrenheit or degrees?
The Celsius.
Ooh, that's quite warm. 36 Celsius.
Yeah, that's
A bit of a
quite
north
warm.
than Paul and that, aren't you?
Whatever it is on you guys,
Well,
it's like
Yeah, no, but you're further north than Joe and Paul.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, it's almost as hot as Dre was yesterday. It's around like 95, 96
No,
degrees.
no, no.
Don't want to rub it in, Joe, but look at the blue sky behind Paul there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Look at the blue sky behind Ed. Me and Mark have got glorious blue skies, not a cloud.
73 degrees here.
Justin
20
would have blue
22
sky if his
centigrade.
ego weren't overshadowing it. And you've got gloomy day.
You deserved it.
Hmm.
It was a late night last night. Bill went on till 5 o'clock.
He did 4 hours, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was listening. I was gonna get in there, but he said the line, he said about, I'll only send links to the smart people, and he didn't send me one, so.
Did Art get a link?
Yeah.
Then he didn't send it all to the smart people, did he?
Mhm. Donald came on later on.
Donald got on right at the end.
Yeah, how did Donald get on if he sent it to smart people?
There it is.
He was eating
Let's see if I can.
pickle
Let's see if I
flavored
can pull
cheese
him
ball.
out. Let's see if I can get him onto the panel to give me shit. Come on, Donald. You know you want him.
Donald.
Lon
Oh, we
was
said
in
it 3
Fort
times.
Lauderdale with Billy.
What?
Lon was on the stream in a hotel room, and Billy was on the bed editing behind him.
Yeah, I got a question about that. When Lon showed him in the bed behind him, he was over Lon's right shoulder. This morning, he showed him in the bed behind him, and he was on the Lon's left shoulder. So my question is, did they flip or share?
Sure, it is 2025.
So all
It
I'm-
depended on whether he was using his laptop or his front-facing
No,
camera on his phone, because that reverses it, doesn't it?
yeah, I thought about it just now. I should have said it when he showed it on Johnny's show.
Yeah.
Did y'all flip it, or did you get an Apple phone now? You know? Now that would have been the best thing. If I'd have said, did you flip, or have you turned into an Apple guy now?
Crazy.
They went
They
down there
both-
to grab the Mavic 4 or what?
They both flew from different places to Fort Lauderdale just to film the light show at the Hard Rock Cafe.
Oh, cool.
So that's gonna be on the Mavic 4 intro video, I guess.
Cool. It's his birthday today, right?
Who?
what?
Lon, right?
No, it was on
A couple
the
days
8th,
ago.
same day as Alexis.
Oh man, it's gonna be a long week next week.
You're working extra?
Yeah, we're going out of town, an hour and a half drive each way. Hopefully we get it
Your
done.
company's working out of town?
Yeah, we do jobs out of town, yeah.
I think Alexis is being a bit, what's the word? Optimistic over
Yeah, I
how
do too.
long or how long Jeff will last. She was saying that they can last up to 5 years with pancreatic cancer. I don't know anybody who's been told they've got it who's lasted more than a couple of months.
Yeah, stage 4 too.
Mm.
Who?
Her husband.
Alexis's husband.
I just don't understand the fact that they're worried about this. How can he, if he's got a job, and even though he's got the job now, how is he going on Cobra when he's got a terminal injury and the insurance can't drop him first off? And then the employer, if the employer is cheeky enough to fire him or release him because of that, I think you could probably fight the fact that at least keep your insurance, but they still can't drop the insurance. I don't understand that part.
Well, did they let him go?
Well, he's not getting paid anymore. So I don't know, but you see, even Pizza Hut had a disability program that when I hurt my knee at the place, I was paid 6 months of regular pay.
But it's weird because he's tenured, isn't he?
Yeah, that's what doesn't make sense. And I think he works either for a doctor or a hospital. I think it's just
He
a
work-
doctor.
He works for a hospital, I think. He's a
Well,
physician.
he works for the hospital. He got a bigger leg to stand on.
Yeah.
Well, they can't let him go for a sickness. That's against the law.
That's what
Well,
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Here anyway.
And she was talking about putting him on disability. Tell Alexis when they forced me to go on disability, because actually because of the lawsuit, I was actually almost forced to have to go on. I had to agree to it. And it came out to almost 2 years before they approved it. And I had to go back and fight it.
Well, you know what? He probably went on FMLA, and they don't pay when you go on that. And that's 12. That gives you 12 weeks off. He might have
But
went on that, but they
I
can't.
wouldn't have done that.
They don't have to pay you for that though, because that's just guaranteed by the government. You get 12 weeks off without a company being able to fire you.
Mm.
But if he's in a right to work state too, they could have said, well, you know, we just
Bye.
don't need you anymore, and not
Oh,
said
yeah.
the reason. And
Texas, isn't he?
I don't know about Texas. I know Florida's a right to work state. They can fire you
Yeah.
for no fucking reason. They can just tell you we don't need you anymore.
Bye.
Bye. And not even give you a reason why.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's Louisiana too. I had a guy working for me. He was a cook. I hired him, and the first day he came into work, one of my employees said, "You'll talk to him about his dress code, like this." And his dress code was okay, but I turned around and looked at him. He's washing the dishes, and he looked like a plumber over there. He had his ass hanging out, and he had more hair on his ass than you got on your chin. Okay. So I had to go over there and say, look, you got to wear a longer shirt when you're in here. Like that to him. And I was nice. You got to wear a longer shirt. This was first day, right? And he was just not grasping anything this first day. Second day, he doesn't show up. And I call him up and he don't answer. So I said, well, maybe he quit, you know? So later on in the day, I call him back and still no answer. So I replaced the shift that day with another guy. And it was just an extra anyway. So later on in the day, I called him up again and I said, hey, when he answered, said, you know, you were supposed to be working today. He said, oh, I didn't look at the schedule. I didn't know, like this. And I said, we're supposed to work tomorrow. He said, well, can I not come in tomorrow and come in the next day? Like that. And I said, sure, we could do that. And I I called him back. I said, no, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I said, you really didn't work out, so I'm gonna just let you go. Like that. I said, because you missed the day and all of that. So I put him in as failure to report to work. Man, my supervisor had a fit. Because how'd you fire him after that? The reason I fired him because of the way, like I said, it wasn't a dress code, but I knew I was going to have an incident with him. You could tell when you're going to have problems.
There you go, Joe.
Yeah, more food. So when she said you can't just fire him because of that, I said, why can't I just fire him because he doesn't show up for work on his second day? Because you didn't give him a warning. I said, it's a right to work state. I don't have to give him shit. Like this.
Well, the reason she was saying that, from my experience when I was a manager, was because a lot of companies will set their policies better than what the state requires to cover their own ass if you ever try to take them to court. They could say, well, it was a right to work state, but we gave you 3 warnings that we didn't have to give
Oh,
you.
yeah.
And
Well,
then
I
that
told-
covers
well,
them right there.
Well, I told him, I gave him technically a warning when I called him up. I said, look, you can't just miss work like this. I said, so I'm gonna write down, that this is a warning that you got to make sure you meet your schedule. And I said, and tomorrow you're on the schedule too, because the first 3 days you're supposed to work. He said, well, I can't make it tomorrow. Can I make it the next day? Like that. And I said, I'll give you a call back. And that's when I went back and I said, you know what? I'm not doing it. I'm not dealing with somebody that's gonna do that to me. Because he was undependent. I wrote it all down. And she says, well, I don't know, maybe he's gonna fight about it. So he called her. He called back and he complained to her. And she says, well, I'm gonna give him his job back. I said, well, you're gonna give him his job back at a different restaurant. I said, because he's not working here. So she said, you can have your job back, but you got to work out of Madisonville. He said, well, I'm not doing that. And he quit. And she told me, give him a couple of warnings. And I said, he was told, I said, it's all in his book that he was told he had to pull up his pants. He had to wear a longer shirt. He, went through all of this. He wasn't grasping. I said, we got enough. And never heard anything about it.
Yeah, Walmart was the same way. Like, even though we worked in a right to work state, employees had to be wrote up 3 times before they could get let go. And that was
Yeah, that's-
only, like I said, at the end of the day, that was to cover their own ass, because if they tried to sue them and say, oh, well, you fired me over this and this, they could say, well, the state law says it doesn't matter, and we gave you 3 warnings, and boom, that just makes you look really bad right there.
Is that after your, do you guys have that policy that you have to make it 90 days before they can do anything?
No.
No, some jobs are like that, but not
Here-
Walmart.
Here
wasn't.
we have a law that like if you start a work, you got 90 days to prove yourself. They can let you go on those 90 days with no questions. But
Same
after
here.
90 days,
12 weeks.
they don't. They
Yeah,
can't fire you.
Probationary period.
Yeah, some
they can.
companies do that, but not all of them. But I said a lot of companies, they've gotten wise to being sued by like class action lawsuits over policies. So what they do is, if the state says, oh, you're required to have a 30-minute lunch break, Walmart will say, well, we'll give you an hour lunch break. Now you can't bitch, because the state said you only were required a half hour. We're going to give you an hour. See, they make their policies better than what the state requires, and it makes them look really good. And then you really have no complaints at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because they're going above and beyond what the state requires.
Nice.
There's some companies will do that, especially big companies, because of the amount of class action lawsuits that have been brought against companies for ex-employees.
Yeah, we had to, if you worked more than 4 hours, you had to have a 15-minute break. Automatic. And boy, I used to have that. If I knew somebody was coming in for more than 4 hours, I already set that break time when they walked in. This is what time you going on break.
Yeah.
And I'd be just like that. If you going on break, don't tell me nothing else. You going on break.
I was just
Yeah, no.
like, at Walmart, we had a, if no manager had the ability to go in and change your time in the time clock, you were the only one that had the ability to do that. They could walk you through it and show you how to do it, but they couldn't go in and change anything. Like, they had no access to it. And that was because at one point they got sued saying managers were going in and switching people's times to shave hours off, because obviously each store runs like its own economy, right? They have a budget they have to follow, all that. And sometimes hours and overtime gets out of control. And back in the day, managers were going in systems and changing people's hours. So now they don't even have access to it.
Yeah, no. Here you get half-hour lunch and 2 15-minute breaks.
And Walmart used to give you an hour lunch and 2 15s. But you were
Holy
there
fuck.
for 9 hours, but you only worked 7.5 of that 9 hours.
Yeah,
because
the
they
policy
guarantee
we
you 8
had-
hours.
The policy we had is I couldn't go in and change your stuff unless I had you with me, for number one. I had to say, we gotta change this, come here. And I tell them why we're changing it, you know? But, it had to be really legit, like he forgot to check out or something. But if he forgot to check out, like in the afternoon, he knew the way the policy was set, that you had to either come back in and fix it, or it was gonna be clocked out on the time that your schedule said. And I knew what time they left, like that. And I used to tell them, punch out. And especially if it was a couple of minutes afterwards, I said, because you're gonna lose that couple of minutes until you come back in here and we can adjust it. Then I gotta go through 3 people to get it adjusted. I said, so make sure you don't forget to punch out when you run out of here.
Yeah, Walmart's time clock wouldn't clock you out till midnight. Like say you left at 6 p.m. It would say, and you forgot to clock out, it would keep you clocked in all the way till midnight. And then it would
Yeah, that's
automatically
what ours
kick
would
you.
do. It would do it till midnight, but it would have like midnight clock out, and it's supposed to be
up, Dan?
time, right? So it would automatically hit the book, and then would automatically show that he forgot to punch out, but it revert back, but it always had that gap in there. So you'd have to go back in with him and fix it to take the gap out to the right time.
Yeah, they would
Don't
they
go
would
ahead, man.
they would
Go.
call you in the next morning if you forgot to clock out, and they'd sit down at the computer with you and they would figure out what time you left at exactly, and then they would have you fix it.
Yeah, I know, that was a pain in the ass. Why? I made sure when they were walking past, they had to walk past me to tell me they were leaving. I said, punch out, and I'm watching.
How you doing, Dan? I ain't seen you in a minute.
What up, Dan?
Hey, Dan.
Morning, Dan.
Come on. Don't do that shit.
Oh, Dan, I got not another Vector, but I got Cosmo. I got it from a guy for like $80 off Amazon. And the only thing it needs is a new battery. Works perfectly. I've been doing some things online practicing
I'm not
coding.
giving you anything else. You have food.
What
to
is
eat.
that,
Go eat, you bitch. Go.
It's a little robot, that little robot I got.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about that. Yeah.
But they're like worth like the Cosmos and the Vectors are worth like $400 or $500 if they're like in real good condition. And I got it for like $80 because the guy didn't know how to fucking connect it to the Wi-Fi. It took me 5 minutes.
Oh wow.
I had him connected, running around on my desk playing with his cubes and shit. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, Dan. I actually am ordering a new soldering station and some other stuff I need to do it. I just figured it was a fun little project for $80. So.
Oh.
But you can code them like and program them yourself. Plus, if you go on GitHub and Reddit, people got a bunch of stuff that they've done for the robots that you can download and upload to them. Like different stuff that they program for them to do and stuff.
What does this thing do? Like just
Oh no, Dan. When the other company bought them, it's in the Cosmo app now, and it actually will take you to the GitHub pages. They actually added the coding to it right before they went out of. I guess they went out of business or resold them or whatever the fuck they did. Because it actually has a Java thing in the app now. Let me look at it. Hold on, let me open the app up real quick, see if I can look at it without starting them up.
no, you're not coming up here. No.
I was about to bitch just now with this print I'm doing. I said, how in the hell it stopped at the wrong place? I had it stopped at the wrong place.
I do want to get.
Pilot
Yeah, they
error.
got the code lab for it. And I do want to get another Vector too. Oh yeah. I'm been doing some classes, like some free classes online for that. Trying to learn some stuff, more stuff. So, and I got a couple books on the Kindle app I've been reading.
If I don't hear something back by noon tomorrow for DJI, think I'm gonna raise a little hell.
But they thank you for the drone.
I actually want to do it myself, Dan, but like I said, I'm gonna try to learn that. I need to get the battery changing them first. That's the only thing I've noticed wrong with them is he just doesn't say charged for like more than 15, 20 minutes. He's supposed to have it like an hour and a half long charge. And the battery that I'm putting in him is actually a bigger battery that was made for him. It was like an upgraded battery. So I think it gives him like an extra 20, 30 minutes. Oh, nice. Somebody just released AI Vector Performance 2.0, which means you can have the functions on the server. Oh, nice. Oh yeah, running ChatGPT on them. You used to be able to run Alexa on Vector. You could connect them to an Alexa.
Why?
Pretty cool. Because if you wanted, like, say your Alexa was in the living room and he's on your desk and you wanted to ask Alexa something, he'd connect to her for you. Or you
Laura's
could
got
actually
Alexa in the bedroom.
and
You know, one of
Vector,
them with the screen on.
yeah.
Fucking useless. She tells it to play a Spotify. She actually pays for premium. Yeah. And they enforce adverts in it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Why does she pay? Don't you guys have you guys don't have a Amazon Prime account anymore?
No, I don't use Amazon.
Because you get Amazon Music free with that. At least
Yeah,
over
but it's
here you
shit.
do. I don't use Amazon Music. I use YouTube Music because I do the YouTube Premium. Yeah, I want to get another Vector, but they're even going for more than the Cosmos are. They're fucking. Some of them are $600-700. But I found a lot of used part or a lot of parts you can buy or a lot of replacement parts for them now.
David, don't she have Apple Music on her phone?
Yes.
Well, you can run Apple Music through Alexa as well.
He still gets their adverts.
Oh, it's the tablet itself giving you adverts, not
right.
the app.
It's the speaker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there some kind of like premium package you have to buy to get rid of them? Or
Not normally.
I wouldn't be surprised if there isn't though.
And the other thing is, if I wanted to play my Spotify playlist, yeah, it won't. So when Laura says play my McFly playlist, it will play a list that's linked to McFly and play like load of stupid songs that nobody's ever heard of. Just because apparently they sound like McFly. It's like, back that, I'll stick with Google. Even if it is a pile of crap.
But back when I had all the smart bulbs in our old house and everything, and I had I had the Alexa on Vector, and I could tell him to turn off different lights in the house and stuff, and he'd do it himself.
I was so glad to get rid of the Google bulbs.
I can just imagine it, this little robot going across the floor and jumping up and down trying to reach the light switch.
Well, Vector and Cosmo are really tiny robots.
Yeah.
Like they literally can fit in your hand.
Yeah, if it was intelligent enough, it'd go and get the broom and come and hit the switch.
Yeah.
Fuck, would that be nice? Do
But
the
yeah,
dishes, make your bed.
I actually want to check out one of those Lunas. They're not
What
very.
gets me is when Alexa will tell me, I'll tell it to like turn on something, it'll come back and say, I can turn on the lights and turn off the lights for you if you'd like. It's not hooked up to that. Boy, if I said do it
Yeah.
and they did, I'd be out of here.
Yeah,
I'd be
yeah.
unplugging that bitch quick.
And Joel, I don't think he had much stuff left to begin with, right, Dan? I think he had gotten rid of a lot of stuff before that. I remember you saying you were down to like one or two quads or something. No, but the Lunas are pretty cool, but you have to use a phone for the face, like the screen. So if I got one of those, I'd end up just getting a phone just for that because I wouldn't want to have to put my phone on there every time I want to play around with it. I want one of those big ass robot dogs. I don't know what the fuck I'd do with it, but I just want one. I want to walk down the road and freak people out.
Remember those little bitty ones they used to have that used to had the eyes would light up and do the hearts and it would do the it would
Yeah.
dance and sing songs. I've got one of those still somewhere around there.
Well, Relentless has one of those really expensive. What was
Oh,
it? The
yeah, I
Sony
saw that.
one. I think Sony makes
Got it.
it, or I can't remember which company makes it, but it's like kind of like a
Justin, shut up.
more intelligent version of that.
Hi,
Now,
Laura. Are you having a wonderful day?
He asked you a question.
I'm having a fantastic day.
I am so happy to hear that, Laura.
He told
It
us
does
that.
my heart wonderful to know that you're having a great day.
Now show us your fingers, Joe. We know you had them crossed.
I'm waiting for to say, I am. Thank you. Now, shut up, Joe.
any news back from DJI yet?
I hope your day's full of rain.
It is right now. No, I haven't heard anything back from. Like, I don't expect to hear from them till tomorrow because they said Friday that it's taking longer. So they got to probably pass it through people that probably weren't there.
I would be contacting them every day. You guys figured something out?
Well, I'll definitely tomorrow. I'm gonna do it at noon. I'm gonna say just checking to let you to find out if y'all figured this out, and because the arm is getting better, but I've got some issues. It was trying to get infected and all this other stuff. You know.
He's just throwing his ball off.
It's
Well,
caused
once you
serious
get it.
impotence. Like, yeah, you just tell them all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I was flying my Air 2S, the only drone I have left now, and that it was just giving me PTSD every time I flew it near me. 'Cause I didn't know if your obstacle avoidance would work.
Let's see.
I'm on the final version of this poker chip. Thanks to Lloyd. I had it where I liked it, and then Lloyd told me how to put the drone on that light box. So now I figured I could do the same thing with the poker chip, and I did. And when you look at it says 107, and then underneath it's got the drone cut into it
Nice.
like that. And then on the backside, I put 3 drones on it. And I said, you know what? I don't like that. And I looked at the different things, and now it's got the 1 drone in the bottom, and then it's got in the 5 squares, it spells out pilot, Pilot. So that will be the final version. Final answer. I ain't changing nothing else.
Would you not have done the initials for Captain and Joe instead of
No.
Pilot?
I'm not doing that. You know, I'd love to put Captain Joe America on it, and I could. You know, I actually don't.
I think
why
you should.
tell me
I
that?
really think you need to go back to the drawing board and start again.
Why you tell me that?
Because I can.
I'm OCD. You know what I mean?
It
Yeah,
doesn't
I
look
might-
right.
I-
You need to redo it.
Yeah.
I can move the YouTube
And
down
I don't
on the
think the
bottom.
colours are right either.
Mhm.
Here he comes. I actually thought it was just going to get the hand and stick the finger up.
I could move YouTube down and put Captain Joe America in the middle. So it'd be USA Drone Fly in front, Captain Joe America YouTube. Damn.
On that one with the pilot, it looks like the P is bigger than the other rest of the letters.
No, it don't. Because I duplicated them. Don't give me that bullshit.
You
I can
can't
see it from you.
duplicate. How could you duplicate the letters? Right?
I
If one's a P,
duplicated-
if you duplicated it, it'd be another P, wouldn't it? You can't spell pilot
I
P
du-
P P
I
P P.
duplicated the P. So I had the right depth and the right size and moved it over and changed.
I think you need to get a ruler out and measure it because it does look
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, didn't you notice that too, David?
Yeah, I think it needs the ruler out, don't you?
I think y'all need to pack it in.
Yeah. Have you got the compass out and checked the angles are correct?
Actually, I'm looking at the eye. The eye is on the wrong angle. Bitch.
We got him. We got him.
Just joking, Joe. That looks awesome.
No, the eye is a little bit off.
Yeah.
So when I go back and put Captain Joe America on it, I'll fix the eye.
Well, it's never mind.
Don't even start. God darn it.
Might as well finish what you were gonna say, Justin. You can't start and not finish.
Joe's going to be bald by the end of the evening. He's going to come back on at
No.
5 o'clock and it'll be like Captain Joe. Fuck you guys.
His hair's going to start going back to its original color.
Yeah.
He's going to do a reverse gray.
Oh shit.
No, you know, the bottom line is, like I said, I'm OCD, so it's got to be perfect.
Well, then you got some work to do.
Oh, it's an easy fix. The hard fix is going to be trying to figure if I can get Captain Joe America in there. If I can't, I can't, because it's got to be visible.
Right. Let me pick you guys' brains anyway.
It's going to be hard too.
Right. I'm making a badge that says shine a light on domestic abuse, and it's going to have a ribbon.
Mhm.
Would you say, considering the message, would you have it a purple background and a luminous green ribbon and writing, or a luminous background with the purple ribbon and writing, considering domestic abuse is purple? The ribbon.
I would say purple ribbon.
Yeah, with the luminous letters, that way you can read it at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that's what you're trying to do. Otherwise, it's going to be reverse. You're just going to see a
Yeah.
purple ribbon with writing you can't see.
Yeah. One of the other things I was thinking of doing is doing the purple background with a purple ribbon, but doing an edge around the ribbon with a luminous green, so that at night will light up, and during the day it'll just give it an edge, so people can see the ribbon on it.
Why not just do a luminous purple?
So it got a luminous purple.
Why don't you do like a pink?
Sure, they do. I
No,
think they
I
have it in all
haven't.
colors.
I haven't got a luminous purple. They gave
Oh,
They gave me a light purple and a luminous green. I've also got a luminous blue, but it's not a very good filament.
I thought you said they didn't make it. I was like, I'm pretty sure
No,
they
oh,
did.
they definitely do. And I could also use gold instead if I wanted to.
Oh,
I think I got a luminous multicolored one.
Yeah, so have I. The only thing I don't like about the luminous multicolored one is if you're going, as you're going upwards, it's great. But if you're going sideways, yeah, when it comes back across, whatever layer's underneath is not the layer on top. So it's not multicolored. You just end up with one color.
Hmm.
It's stupid. So I gave up with the multicolours.
Can you do the ribbon in pink?
No, it has to be purple because domestic abuse is purple.
Okay.
And I think there's also Cancer Awareness Month in, is that November?
That's yellow.
Oh, wow, they got the Flash Forge Adventure
Cancer
5M
awareness with pink.
279.
That's,
Yeah.
yeah, it is Tickle Pink.
Here's
Oh,
pink.
Well, no, there's different colours because Tickle Pink is breast cancer.
Yeah,
How is
Macmillan's yellow.
How's
Yeah.
the Lego Neptune 3 Pro? Anybody
What?
use that one? The Lego or
Elgo. Elgo.
Elegoo?
No, it's Elgo. Elgo.
Neptune 3 Pro, that one's only $200 right now.
Yeah. Might be a reason for that.
And then they had the Flash Forge Adventure 5M 3D for $279.
You get what you pay for, Justin.
Well, the Flash Forges I know are pretty good printers.
Yeah, but we've moved on. These are printers that you put together and build and play around with. Now we're getting pre-built printers and they're getting faster and multi-speeds and all sorts. I mean, look at Joe. He sent me the same. He sent me a SVG file.
Ooh, they got the A1 Mini 3D
And,
for $389 right now on Amazon.
Yeah, well, Joe sent me a file and I rendered it, put it through, and I could print it 50 minutes quicker than Joe could.
Check this out, Joe. That's a pretty good deal. They got it marked down for $4.99 or $4.49.
I bet.
Oh, that's a nice. Oh, look
Is
at that
is
house.
that the mini?
That's pretty cool.
Is that the mini or the normal? A1, just the A1.
No, that's
I
the
don't
Mini.
want the mini.
That's expensive.
How
Isn't
much
it?
is it? I can see.
$389.
Oh shit! Man, if I had a printer like that, man, I would make drones.
It's the rabbit hole.
That's a good printer though. If you like don't want something like really big, like say you lived in a small apartment or you just didn't have a lot of room and you just wanted something to play around with, it's not a bad way to go.
You don't think it would work, Joel?
It would work. It's just I like a little bit bigger one.
They're still
Oh.
selling the Creality Ender 3s for $200 on there.
Thank God it didn't hear it.
That printer, Justin,
No.
is
No.
100% tariffed on that because we can get it for 150.
Hey.
Over here.
No. No barking.
I want to say I don't remember how much the original price of that was. I want to say it was around 300.
How much is every roll, like the colors and stuff, cost?
American
what you go
on
for.
average 20-25 for
That's
just
not-
a decent
that's not
standard
bad.
roll, 1 kilogram.
The actual filaments are coming down. They're 10 quid over here now. You get them less than that, but get what you pay for. And
Overture is not a
I
bad
don't
way to
care
go.
how much Bamboo offer me free filament. Yeah, they can shove it. It's crap.
And how long does it last? Like, how many things you can get out of a roll? Like,
It's
Depends what
hard
you're
to put an exact on that because it depends on how big you're printing,
Depends what you're printing and how much filling you're doing
and how much you
Oh, okay.
screwed up the print before you got it right.
Yeah.
How many times people make you change something?
Well,
how many
people did
bird
things the right way
bird
the
nests you
first
want to
time.
print?
we won't,
Nothing beats a good bird's nest, does it?
right, Joe? We won't mention no names, right, Joe?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if people did things right the first time, they wouldn't have that problem.
Joe, have you thought about thinking outside the box and going for a square poker chip?
Going for who?
A square poker chip.
No, I'm not doing that.
What about a keyring?
I wonder if that's I think it's the
But
same.
I am thinking outside the box right now. I'm doing something.
Why don't you print yourself some trolley coins? More useful.
I am thinking outside the box where that inside ring I've always think was too small, right? So I'm gonna put a circle in there, expand the ring out a little bit so I can make the lettering bigger. So it's gonna work out in the long run. As I said, once I figure it out and I'm satisfied with it, the hell with all y'all.
You know what, Joe? You know what I just
Yeah.
you know what I just thought, Joe?
Come on, then.
What?
You make stuff there, then you send it over here, and I'll open the store here.
Nope. I don't want that either.
We go 50-50.
That is not right, first off.
That sounds like a good plan, no?
Like 90-10 might be.
90
My
10.
10, my 90.
Well, I don't know, Ed. I think that's a good deal. If you get 90% and he only has 10.
See, Mark is thinking about it. He wants to come in on the deal too. Look.
I am not thinking about it.
Stood right in front of me. I was in the garden.
Right, Mark? I seen you thinking.
You mean?
Oh no, he's got another echo. You're muted, Paul.
What the problem is I got this to replace the one that went or stopped working in the bathroom.
Oh.
And when I plug it in, it wants to link up to something, and I don't know what the hell it's linking up to, you know?
It's
Yeah,
probably the
Amazon
same
account.
reason the one in the bathroom is not working. Probably it needs to be you unplugged it and plugged it back in.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
probably
That
got a
shouldn't make a
password that
difference. I
lost.
should just reconnect automatically.
Yeah.
That's what I
Shouldn't have-
thought. It just automatically reconnects.
Got to
It
be
Well,
should.
fair.
no. You first of all, you're gonna have to link it to your Amazon account. You have to add it in your Amazon account.
Much of it.
Otherwise, it's not gonna know what's it's doing. Who owns it?
Well, like I said, did he just get it, or have you been using that one for a long time?
Well, the one for a long time is the one that stopped working, and I went to a different plug in the place, and it didn't work.
Send it to me. I'll fix it.
Justin, he had it in the bathroom. Why do you think it's not working?
Well, it's just on the vanity in the bathroom.
Yeah, but I don't. Is that where you? Is that the bathroom you take showers and stuff in?
Yep.
There's your problem.
Yeah, because they're not really designed for like high moisture and stuff. So
No,
I don't know if those do those even have an IP rating. The Alexas?
No.
Let me
No,
look. Hold on. Which Alexa is it?
just a minute. I'll show it to you.
the Brogan one.
It even says do not put in the bathroom.
It's an Echo Dot.
Alexa,
Here's the one that
okay,
stopped
got it.
working.
The one with all that mold on it,
No, there's no mold on it.
all on the inside.
Got a question for you. Did you plug anything else into this? Oh, here we go. Bzz.
I'm gonna look and see if they do.
If it's indoor use only, they're not gonna have no fucking waterproofing.
Okay, there's what it does.
It's trying to log in, need your password.
Okay, so it says they don't have any waterproofing or dust proofing, but they do have an IP rating for sweat and water resistance. So they do have a slight IP rating.
Wet.
One.
Like,
You need to put your password in your app, Paul.
Well, everything else is all my other ones are working.
but
Yeah,
that's
but they've
only
already been done.
It
But
needs it.
that's only the Gen 4s and newer though. That
Right.
looks like one of the old ones from like 5-6 years
Yeah,
ago.
this
That's
is
from
the
like-
old one.
That's Fred Flintstone days.
Yeah, that's one of their original ones. Yeah.
You know how old Paul is.
Right.
So-
Paul, you'll need to sign into your Amazon account and link that device.
Well, your Alexa account.
Yeah,
Normally,
that's a-
I'd say through your smartphone, but I'm going to be back in a couple of days.
No, Paul, I think what you should do is go in your garage. You got
Or
one
just
of those
read
things. You got one of those things with the handle and a little knob in the front. Bring it inside, lay it down, and just
Have you tried reading the directions?
What directions? Who's got directions?
Is they might have a simple setup guide where you might just have to hold a button and it might just automatically connect to your
that's
Wi-Fi.
that's
I
the,
don't know.
that's the old ones, right? You can just press the button on the side, and it connects to your Wi-Fi if it was already connected to it.
There is no button on the side.
They're all on the top.
Button
Yeah,
on
like-
top.
That's the new one or the old one?
It's the old one.
Okay, we're talking about the new one, not the old one.
I think the
Oh,
new
you
one's
need to
got
get that old
buttons
one
on the
working
top
because you
as
don't
well.
need a new one.
They've all
Alexa.
got 4 buttons on the top.
No, I got one on my kitchen. It's on the side, like on the where the rim is.
No, dude, there's so many variations of those Amazon
Mm.
Alexas now, different designs and everything else. They got round ones, they got puck looking ones, they got screen ones. There's like so many different designs of those now. And then they have for the ball ones, you can buy different little holders for them that make it look like a little robot. Or
Mm.
I've seen those on Amazon. I was scrolling through, just looking at some random shit the other day and saw 'em.
I got.
They had one that looked like Darth Vader.
Yeah, I want to get one for my computer room. So when I
Bedroom.
walk in, I just tell them to turn the computer on.
On the kitchen.
Right. Earlier on, when I went quiet because I wanted to record this video of my birds. This is how crazy they are.
They're just being normal birds.
Now, watch.
Fucking fighting over that ball.
Yeah, but wait, it gets worse.
Who's the male? Who's the female?
They're both male.
Oh, they're beautiful birds, though.
So he
I like
thinks he's now got away with it. Look, that's mine. Give it. Here we go. Boom.
He just kicked him.
Look. Get out of it. Mine.
Yeah, I've seen one that looked like R2D2 too as well, Dustin. You can put your Alexa on.
That's pretty cool. How many do you have, Dave?
2 of these and 7 cockatiels and 2 zebra finches. And that's Sparky on the picture in the background. Mine. See it.
Sparky's been gone how long?
2 years. But it's mine.
Oh, you're not afraid that they poop on the screen, bro? You're on top of your screens, right?
Yeah. Because I remember I said the other day I never had an Alexa. That's not true because I did have one when I was messing with. I did get one because of Vector. Now I remember. Then I gave it to somebody after I gave Vector to Dan. He's the one that ended up buying them from me.
I've got 4 of the small Echo Dots and one of the bigger ones that's got a temperature sensor in it, so that it'll tell you what the temperature is inside.
What the temperature is it inside where?
In the room.
Yeah, so you can get these right here. They got like the holders from like Star Wars, and then they got one that looks like a robot. And you just set
Oh,
it at
cool.
the top. And it lights up. It's got holes for the lights. But if you got a 3D printer like Dustin, you got, like he said, you could just 3D print one of those. They got a Spider-Man one.
Hey.
Oh,
No.
Yoda. Baby Yoda. And then they had one that looked like a robot I saw the other day.
I just want one to turn my computer on, so I don't have to do it.
Well, Alexas, I mean, for the most part, are pretty cheap. They're not that expensive. Oh, there's the robot one right there. I mean, you can get a just standard Alexa for like probably 30, 40 bucks.
That I can say turn my computer on and it does?
Yep.
What do you mean?
That's
Yeah,
all in the programming.
I don't know if that's even possible. I've never done it before, so I'm not gonna tell you. Yeah, Paul just
Oh.
piped up. Was like, yeah, you can do it.
I go buy it and it doesn't do it.
I mean,
Well, just go to the Amazon store. They'll tell you what it can and cannot do.
I'm sure there's somebody's done it somewhere, but just thinking about it offhand, I don't know how you would tell the Alexa to wake up the computer if it's completely shut down without actually maybe it being plugged into a smart plug and
Yeah,
telling
I-
it to turn
I
it
know.
on that way.
It can't turn the computer on via a smart plug either,
Yeah,
because
that's
the
what I'm
computer
saying.
needs the power switch. There are voice activated switches you can get for your computer, but they're quite complicated to install. And
Well, I'm just thinking from the Alexa standpoint, it doesn't make sense that you'd be able to do that.
Well, I've got Alexa loaded onto my computer over here, and I talk to it, and it responds just like the other ones.
Yeah, but if your computer's off, it can't physically turn the computer on. There's just no way for it to wake the computer up. Now,
No.
I'm sure there's a very complex way of doing it if you knew how to do it, but I guarantee it's very complex if somebody has figured it out.
Oh, that sounds like too much work.
I'm just thinking how an Alexa works and how a computer works, and it doesn't make sense that you'd be able to do that. It just in my head. I could be
Not
wrong.
even a smart plug? A smart plug?
No. Because I can unplug my computer and plug it back in. It's not going to just turn back on. You know what I'm saying? You got to think.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
it
yeah,
as
yeah,
that
yeah.
same sense.
Yeah.
Smart plug just turns the power on, but that doesn't necessarily mean your computer's just going to turn on.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I don't.
See, Paula, I just learned something new today.
I said I could be wrong. The best thing to do is just YouTube it and see if anybody's made a video on it.
I've actually Googled it, and AI claims you can do it. However, it's only talking about the smart switch at the wall, yeah, not the smart switch on the computer. So when Alexa turns on the power switch, yeah, which you can get smart plugs for anything, it would only power up the plug, but the computer would actually still physically need to be pressed to turn it on.
Oh,
No,
then what's
it's
the point of
usually-
having it?
And also, you
turns-
wouldn't be able to turn it off because of the complex way that Windows shuts down. You've got to actually hit the power switch so it knows to close programs down. If you used
Hold on.
Alexa and told it to turn it off, it would just go zoink.
Dustin says no. It's easy if it detects Bluetooth connection. It's going to have a name like gaming PC. Then you'd turn the Yeah, but your Bluetooth wouldn't be connected if your computer's off.
Exactly.
Because when I turn my computer off, my headphones disconnect. Like they don't just stay connected because the computer's off. I still don't, that doesn't make sense to me. Like I said, I'm almost positive there's probably a way of doing it. I just don't know the way. Best thing you do is just go on YouTube to see if anybody's made a how-to video.
Someone's actually got
I'm sure it's completely possible.
yeah, someone's actually made a device that when he tells it to turn the computer on, it actually his voice activates the device and it will swing down and hit the power button.
There actually might be a device you can buy that's specifically for that. The Bluetooth sensor is always on.
Get
on
loads of
motherboard
people
is always
talking
powered
about
on.
it.
Hold on. I'm gonna go to YouTube and see if anybody's done a video.
Look, that's my dog to get inside. It's letting everybody know. Let me in. Let me in. You want to go inside? No, you can't go inside.
So, there is a more key fob that you can use.
Yeah, but once you go inside, you're not coming out.
But you've got to remember, once you get your computer to turn off, if it doesn't turn off the Windows way, you run the risk of damaging your hard drive and
Ah,
stuff.
that makes sense.
Didn't sound good.
Okay. So they're saying you could take an Alexa that has an Ethernet port, run an Ethernet to it, which I would have to use a switch because I already use my Ethernet port. But you would have to have the computer, he's saying, into sleep or hibernation mode, which I don't like putting my computer into sleep mode. I just turn it off or I leave it on, one of the two. I completely power it down or I turn it on. Or leave it on. I don't ever put it in sleep mode because that can fuck with the computer sometimes. But yeah, he's saying that then of course the Ethernet on the motherboard always has power if it's in sleep mode. So it would be able to run through the Ethernet and tell the computer to turn on. That makes sense to me. But yeah, I don't put my computer into sleep mode.
Yeah, that's all you can do, put it into sleep mode. You couldn't get it to power off. Because like I said, Windows, when it powers off, it systematically closes its processes down. And if you just shut them down, yeah, you're going to get shitloads of data files and temp files and all sorts. It'll just fuck your computer up in no time.
Well, it's not even that though, is like computers have weird connection issues when you put them in sleep mode for long periods. Sometimes it doesn't want to wake up.
Yeah,
I've
because
had that
it's
happen.
all down to the temp files. Yeah, if your temp files get corrupted, and they do quite often because you're constantly writing back and forth to them. Yeah, that's where that's where the problem arises. Yeah, because
So-
Windows can't configure itself.
So you're saying it's no good to leave them sleeping?
Most people,
I'd highly recommend you don't.
like I said, I always either turn my computer completely off or you just leave it running all the time. It's up
Yeah,
to you.
that's what I do during the
It
day.
doesn't hurt. It
it's
doesn't
running all
hurt to
day.
have it. It doesn't hurt to have your computer on all the time.
Yeah, my computer runs all
Yeah,
day.
but if you-
It doesn't have any power options. It doesn't go into sleep mode. Nothing. It just stays on all day.
Yeah,
and then
but
at night, I turn it off. Doof.
But mine, if I don't use it for a bit, all the screens go black. So that means it's in sleep
Yeah.
mode, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but you can actually stop that in Windows settings.
Yeah. See, like
I know
mine
you're
doesn't
using a
turn off at
laptop.
all.
Are you using a laptop or a desktop PC?
PC.
See, like
PC,
mine,
then you can turn it all off.
like mine will go to the lock screen if I leave it on. Like if it sits more than 20, 30 minutes, it'll go to the lock screen, but it will not shut the screens off.
Mine
My
doesn't.
computer will stay on the whole time. Now, if I don't feel like turning the computer off, I'll just turn the screens off and just leave the computer running.
Oh.
I'll just manually turn the screens off myself. Just hit the power button. Like, especially if I'm having the computer run something for me. Say I'm going to bed and it's going to take a while, I'll just turn the screens off and let the computer just run.
Oh. I just, like, when I'm off of it, I'll just put it the computer to sleep, and then it shuts the screens and it goes.
But sometimes you can have problems with your computer wanting to turn back on, and it goes into sleep mode. I've had that happen tons of times, where I'm hitting enter on the keyboard, I'm moving the mouse, and nothing. It just will not turn the screens back on. So then I have to power it down, hold the power button down, power it all the way down, and then restart it.
Well, that's what's been happening to me a few times. So that's
Yeah.
what the call. Oh, okay.
Windows has always had issues with that fucking sleep shit.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Ed, if you go into control panel,
No, I'm
look
outside.
no. Later on, obviously not now. Yeah, go into power settings, whatever
Okay.
it's set to, click it, and then you can change the settings, then click advanced, and then scroll down and change things like screen timeout, hard drive timeout, all that. Just turn them all to never, and then your computer's fine. But remember, only do this if your computer is secured. So if you've got other people coming in your house that you don't want access to your stuff, don't do it, because it won't close down. Yeah. And also it does use a little bit more power because obviously it's constantly on.
I don't pay for hard drive. I'm not worried.
But because
But-
obviously it's constantly on, it's not saving temporary files when it goes into sleep mode.
Well, when you decide you're done on the computer for the day, if you don't want to go in and screw with the settings, just turn the computer off. Just shut it
Yeah.
Yeah.
down
Okay.
fully.
Okay.
Because I know some people are a little freaky about wanting to go in and mess with settings if they don't know what they're doing, and I understand
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You can't do any damage with them power settings. None at all.
Well, I know you could tell somebody that, but if they're not comfortable with doing it, they're not going to. That's what I'm saying. So his option
Yeah,
would be, his
Yeah.
easiest option would be just make sure he shuts the computer down fully.
It's just it takes like when I shut it off and then turn it back on, takes me a few minutes to load up everything. And I was like, "Fuck, man."
Yeah. Well,
Where if it's sleeping, I just press the button. It just in 2 seconds, it's right
Yeah,
there.
you probably are got a old ass M.2 that's really
Yeah.
slow.
you need an M.2 board, but then again, if your computer can take one, or a solid state drive.
And he might be booting off an old HDD.
Yeah.
HHD
If you
or
get
whatever.
an SSD drive, Jesus, they speed up.
No, I think I have an SSD card. No, but no.
Don't know. But my
Yeah, I
my
don't know
computer
what yours
takes
has
3
on it.
seconds to load from hitting the power button to Windows loading.
Yeah, but even some M.2s will load really slow. It all depends on the read and write speed too when it's booting up. Like some of them, like that's the reason why Jason changed out the one at his work computer, because it was taking forever to boot up. As soon as he put that new Samsung M.2, the 990 Pro or whatever in there,
Yeah.
it fucking booted up within like 10 seconds. He was on the main screen. Like it can make a big difference on your M.2 too. You got a really cheap ass one or an old one, it's going to boot up really slow.
Hey guys, this is the new one, and it came up, and the speaker came on and says, "Follow your Alexa app." And
Yeah, so you got to do it on your phone.
what?
You got to do it through the phone.
I don't have a phone that does the Alexa app.
Wait up. Is that the time? Oh, I've got to go. Bye.
Yeah, I'm leaving. Yeah, I'm out.
You guys are nasty.
No, we know better.
Well, who the hell hooked up your Alexas to begin with?
Me, but that was 10 years ago.
Well, then you call the internet company and tell them you got shit that you don't know how to connect to your internet since you got new internet. And you need help. Maybe they'll send a tech out to help you. I don't know. Because otherwise, you're going to have to download the app on your phone, sign into your Amazon account, and then hook it up through there. I don't know if you can do it on the computer.
Okay, I'll let you hear what it's going to say to you.
Well, we know what it's going to say. You need to hook up to your Amazon account.
Mm-hmm.
We're probably not gonna be able to hear it. Unless you put it right up to the microphone.
We can't hear it. Blocking
It's
it.
not saying nothing yet. Here we go.
Oh, there you go.
I still don't hear anything.
Hello, your device is ready for setup. Just follow the instructions in your Alexa app.
Yeah. You had to have done that when you originally got the first Alexas. You just don't remember doing it.
That's right.
Because you had to have set them up through the app. Because I remember when I had that one for the Vector, I had to do it through an app. And that was fucking what, 6 years ago? That was a while back.
My
That was
Echo
back in
Alexa.
2020.
But I've
So
got
that was about 4 or 5
I've
years
got
ago.
the Alexa app on my where is it?
Yeah, what do you have it on, an iPad?
No, I think I've got it here on my computer.
I don't know if you can do it on
It doesn't. It generally goes through your phone, not your computer.
And then your phone has to be hooked up to the same Wi-Fi, right?
Yes.
I would assume it would have to be.
Well, what it does, when it uses your phone, and then it will, when you go into the Alexa app, you click add a device, it will then search, and it'll connect to that one because it'll say that's not connected to anything. And then you'll click connect, you'll give it a name, and then it will ask to connect to your Wi-Fi, which it uses your phone settings to connect to the Wi-Fi. And then you sign into you literally just follow the instructions and away it goes. That's it, done.
So I want the Alexa app from Android on my phone.
Yeah, you should already have it if you've got one, mind you. Do you know what your username is and password for Amazon?
He's got a new phone, hasn't he?
And the question is how the hell did you reconnect them to your new Wi-Fi when you got your new Wi-Fi?
I didn't.
So
They
none
just
of them.
automatically kept working.
No,
No, they don't just automatically.
yeah, and they don't have like cell service, so they're not running off a cell network. So somebody had to have reconnected them for you at some point.
This is the Echo Dot.
Unless the guy did it for you, I don't know. Did the internet 'cause
Power
some of
up
those-
your device. Next.
A lot of those texts when they come out and hook
Do
up
you
internet
see the
for
light? Yes.
people, they'll hook up all their shit for them if they don't know how to do it.
Press and hold the action key for 5 seconds.
There's a lot of people that get internet and don't know how to hook up anything.
Wi-Fi isn't set up. For help, go to your Alexa app.
Yeah.
You
ain't got
realize
no
he's
choice.
reading the instructions finally.
You got to go to the app. And I'm sure there's a QR code on the little booklet that came with it that you could scan with the phone camera and it'd take you right to the app.
Hey,
That's
David,
pretty
I'm just letting you know that little suggestion about the Captain Joe America. Pack it in. Driving me freaking nuts right now trying to do this.
Well, that's got to go on the back of the poker chip. Pack it
And
in.
go. Go. We're in your head now. We're in your head.
Yeah, you my head. I have to cut the middle out because the writing out isn't adjustable anymore. So I got to cut the middle out, put the middle back, get it to the right size. You know, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna blame it on Laura.
So
Yep.
you just need to find the
go.
apps. You just need to find the app store on your phone, Paul, and put in Alexa app in the search thing and then download it.
Well, yeah, I downloaded the Alexa app, but it says it doesn't working.
You got to sign into it.
Yeah, did you sign into it?
No,
Your Amazon is your Amazon username and password.
See,
I'll
they
be back.
should just do an auto login when you connect to your home Wi-Fi. And make it so much easier. Because like I have some applications that we use for our internet company, and you don't have to log into them. As soon as you connect to the home Wi-Fi, it automatically gives you access.
I
So,
downloaded it on this phone, but it doesn't show it on the phone anywhere.
because it's in your app drawer. You got to swipe down from your bottom left-hand side of the phone at the very bottom corner. Swipe up and bring up the app tray.
It's not showing on there.
It's in there somewhere.
It's in your app
Gotta
tray,
be.
Paul, guarantee you.
You got to swipe over to the different pages and try to find it. It's there somewhere. There's no way to download it. See, you probably don't have your apps set to. See, like mine, when I download a new app, it automatically will set it to my home screen, and then I can put it into
There it is.
whatever.
Are you trying to set up
Hey.
or update your device today?
So no, next week.
Yes.
What do you think I'm doing, bitch?
Hey, Joy, are you making a pack of 24 for your chips? Like different colors?
Look. You starting to get the finger too now. Watch it.
No. I'm saying like for a real poker.
No, I'm not making shit.
Yeah,
Gotta
then
I'm about to quit doing this.
then you've got to print a case to keep them in.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to ask. Yeah.
Mm.
See, Mark knew where I was gonna go. What I was
Yeah.
gonna ask.
But he's
You
got to
notice
learn
I'm
how to
ignoring
print it
both of y'all,
first.
right? I'm ignoring both of y'all.
Oh, Joe knows what he's doing. He got this.
Yeah, I got this all right.
Joe, don't stress yourself. It's Mother's Day. Just
Yeah.
take it.
No, it's not. Mother's Day was the 20-something of March here.
Same thing in Europe.
Yep.
Which country started Mother's Day? Was that the U.S. and it went over there, or was it over there and it came over here?
No, it was in Europe first. You guys were the last ones to get everything, dude.
I think you started Father's Day because we never used to have that.
Yeah, Father's Day here is in June.
Yeah, ours is. But we never used to have Father's Day until, well, I don't know, 10 years ago, something like that.
Maybe the Americans started first, the Father's Day.
Yeah, they did. Well, the card companies did it,
Yes.
like
Fucking
Hallmark.
Yeah, fucking Hallmark. They get blamed for Valentine's Day and everything.
Valentine's Day is just I don't know.
That's the candy companies.
Yeah, it's just a cash grab for that.
Actually, I would attribute that all the way back to Big Pharma. You know, they get you to eat the candy so they give you medication for your diabetes. It's a co-op between the three.
Flower
Yeah,
companies.
it's all a money grab. No barking. You be a good puppy.
Get that center in there yet, Joe? Yeah.
Don't worry, it's gonna be bigger and better.
All right, Joe. Well, I'm going shopping, Joe. So when you're done, send a picture. I want to see how it looks.
Yeah, it's all right. It's already looking better because I got a better idea.
Yeah, we'll find the flaws when he redoes
I ain't showing it to you.
it. He's gonna be like, it came out perfect. Can I see it? No.
I ain't showing you nothing, bitch.
It'll look like a fucking a wedge. One side's gonna be lower than the other.
Oh, bitch. No, it's looking good right now.
Hey,
Just make yourself like an oversized poker chip. Make a big ass one.
Yeah, that's starting to look better.
Oh, let's see.
No,
Yeah. Have you considered doing Sanskrit for the writing?
have you considered leaving me alone?
I have, but where would be fun in that? There's always Old English. What about italic or bold?
It's also always shut the fuck up.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
You don't hear that out of me, do you?
Yeah. What about New Times Roman? Comic Sans? I just
That's
think you
gonna
should
be-
just go back to the original because it was perfect.
Well, I got the original, so the original's still there. So I ain't worried about it. But if this looks better, I'm gonna use it.
Ed, are you wearing your wife's earrings?
I don't have earrings on. What are you talking about?
You don't have earrings in your ears.
No. Are you seeing things or what?
We're seeing the
Turn your
glitter,
head.
but
Where the hell are you looking, Jocelyn?
Oh, those look like different style earrings from far away. They look like the chick earrings.
I did, bro. One day I went to work just to piss the guys off. No word of a lie, man. I took my wife's big hoops and I put them
you
on.
know.
I went to work. Oh, fuck. They were pissed off. They told the foreman that they didn't want to work with me. Oh, yeah, bro.
What was that from the earrings? Or you trying to grab ass at work? It's like, come here, big boy.
Now I've got to ask the question.
That I can get harder than
Why
this
have you got
cement.
both ears done?
What's that?
Why did you end up with both ears done?
because he could.
Because, yeah.
Yeah, no, most men only go for one.
No, not,
Not
here,
over
bro.
here. Not over here now.
No, fucking.
Oh.
There's guys that
Yeah.
have their whatever
Yeah,
you call
'cause-
this.
No, the reason I say is because Laura pierced one of my ears when I lost the bet. Yeah. And I freaked the fuck out and I was like, is that gay? Is that the gay side? Is that the. Oh,
It's
shit.
the
So I ended up having both done.
no over here. If it was, I think back in the day, it was what the right side. If you had the right side pierced, I think it was.
Yeah, I would
Oh
have.
shit! I got the wrong side.
Yeah, no, if you have the left one only, you're out.
Was it the left? I thought it was
I got
the
the
right
left
one.
one. Stop.
Which one did you get that, Joe?
I got the left one. Leave me alone.
I just see Ed coming up on a job site. Yoo-hoo, boys.
Hi, fella.
Yeah, that was funny that day, man. Fuck. It
So I
still
can
bugged me.
So I can get harder than that concrete you're about to lay.
So either Paul's figuring this out or you give up.
Well, now it's asking for codes, and I put codes in, and I put things in, and it says I forgot the password, and it says they'll send me a code. They sent me a code, and that code doesn't work in there.
So in other
Did you
words, you're
set-
about to get locked out of all your Alexa.
Did it send? Did you hit the send button multiple times though? It might have sent 2 or 3 codes because you kept hitting it. or you only have a few seconds. There's some applications that literally give you like 10 or 15 seconds to put a code in. Like it's that quick.
Yep.
And there's
Justin,
some that, what?
sorry. I was gonna say after you've finished on here, go on my YouTube and go to my YouTube Shorts and check the sound file out that I put to Rio and Bluey and that
Oh,
ball. I
I'll go check it out.
speeded the video up, and then I found the Looney Tunes sound file, and I didn't realize I just clicked it, put it in, and it actually goes perfect with the video.
I got it easy. I can just pull your shit up on my loop deck. I got your channel set as a button. Let's see here.
Ooh,
Well,
I'm special, guys. I've got my own button on these.
wow.
You know, it's so much easier doing it that way because I can just go like I got Paul's set, I got Laura's TikTok and YouTube, I got yours. I have Amanda's and a couple other people's on there. So I just can hit the button; it goes right to their channel.
Oh, wow.
That way I don't have to go
Well,
looking.
Don't
for it.
worry, One Vision.
We'll leave that for later. Justin, you show me how to do that. I'm gonna get ready. I gotta go shopping.
Don't worry, One Vision. I'm like a woodpecker pecking at his head.
I'm
It
dropping off.
doesn't.
You guys have a good
Catch you
one.
later, Ed.
All right, we'll see. It
Peace
hasn't
out.
uploaded yet. If you did put it on
Later.
there, did you put it on
Look,
a short or a
bye.
video?
No, it's still up. Should be up.
It's not showing yet on my end.
Oh, has it put it on fucking private?
Oh, did you? If you uploaded your last video as private and you forgot to switch it, it's going to go
No,
by your previous
no.
settings.
Bloody hope not. No public. Shorts. Just shorts. Come on, you stupid bloody thing.
I got one for your OnlyFans too, Dustin.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
I'm on his
unlisted.
budget. I'm on his budget program. I get his
There you
for
go,
99
it's
cents a month. All right, let me go back to your page. Let me give it a minute.
Yeah, it's because I uploaded a couple of videos from a charity event that are not available for people.
Yeah, so it was just going by your previous settings.
Yeah. I just like the bit where it goes, bibbidi bobbidi, and it's yours, and he runs off with it.
That's a good overlay on the song there, or the sound.
Yep. And Dustin, don't give One Vision access to my OnlyFans. He's got to pay. That reminds me, your subscription expires in a couple of days.
Oh, mine?
Yeah.
Well, I would re-up on it, but you've kind of been lax on the foot porn, so.
Well, you know.
Y'all sick,
Wait.
you know?
Wait till October, then you'll get some foot porn. Because no one's seeing my fucking face.
Oh, dude, I was laughing because I was going through YouTube Shorts the other day, and there was this one, and it was it started off with a video, and it shows these like legs and heels, right?
Yeah.
And you would think it was some like hot chick, and it goes up and it's some old dude. Like, but he had the smoothest legs. And you thought it was a girl, like some young, like fucking 25-year-old or something, and dressed in heels. All of a sudden, it pans up and it's a dude in a fucking dress and heels.
Yeah.
I was
It's like
like,
that
"What the
one,
hell?"
the one that went viral a few years ago, and all the builders on the building site are all whistling and going, wait. Yeah. And then the person turns around and they're all like, it's a fucking dude. They're all running back to work. Right?
You don't go in the French Quarter and think you're looking at a dude.
Yeah, well, there's so many freaking people dressing up on different costumes and shit during that too.
That is my only fear about doing this charity event. Somebody trying to not actually realizing I'm a fucking dude.
Yeah, just go with it. You might get some money.
Fuck that. Hell no. I might even have because I'm gonna have an LED sign on my back, you know, with messages. Yeah, I might even just have one in the middle. Just goes, "I'm a dude. Fuck off."
No, they start catcalling you. You turn around. Yo, what's up? Got a problem? Just do a real deep voice. Got a problem? Like that dude that was doing the spandex and he was bending over in the trunk. The guys were coming by looking at his ass and he turned around and he's like, what are you looking at? You looking at my ass? One guy tried to fight him over it. He was like, as soon as he figured out he was a guy, he's like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Oh, I should play that video for Paul about the piece of shit box. Remember that, David? The other day. He wasn't here
Puts
when
the
I played
lotion
that.
in the basket, lol.
Puts the lotion in the basket. Puts the fucking lotion in the basket.
Justin, what the fuck, Justin? Well, you only just worked that one out. One vision. You got to remember, this is the guy that a few years back just came out of nowhere and just when he was a classy broad.
Exactly. I don't give a fuck, dude. I really don't. I don't have no filter.
I really wish you lived in the UK because you'd be able to walk. You'd be able to do this walk with me. You won't give a shit.
I would, dude. I would not fucking care. Would not bother me one bit. I don't care what strangers think of me, dude. Like at the end of the day, like it doesn't matter, right? Like,
What does it matter? As long as you're happy.
like we'll be riding in a car sometimes, me and Sarah, and we'll pull up next to a car at a stoplight, and I'll just start making faces and shit at them. Start like headbanging in the car and shit, and going all crazy in the car. She'll be like, "Oh my god!"
She's like, pack it in.
And like we were in Walmart one day, and I started flossing in the middle of the aisle. She goes, "Oh my god!" She runs away from me.
Have you seen that guy that goes around hitting on his missus all the time? And she's like, "Oh my god, stop!" He's in the supermarket. He goes, "I wish I could be his tin of beans. So once I'm open, I can just slip down inside you." And she's like, "Will you stop?" In the supermarket.
Oh, GTA 6 put another trailer out last week.
Yeah.
So, yeah. They delayed it another year though.
Oh, for God.
God, dude, they are pissing everybody off. I'm telling you that. Like I said too, if the game comes out and the game is just off the chain, just badass, then they're going to be fine. But if that game comes out and there is
one glitch, it's going to be fucking meltdown.
Well, the thing is like if it's not up to the hype that they've built it up over 11 year period, it's going to fucking ruin Rockstar. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
And
they're supposed most of the people that fucking play GTA 5 will be too old to fucking play computer games by the time they release it.
Yeah, everybody was in the chat the other day when Trump was in the Oval Office and they were asking him if he could sign an executive order to get GTA 6 released. There was like, I'm not even kidding, there was like 200 people in the chat during a live news conference asking about GTA 6.
That's fun.
But no, yeah, and supposedly they're getting rid of Red M and 5M because they're coming out with their own version called Rome.
Right.
It's going to be their own version of 5M because everybody has a feeling they're going to shut 5M down as soon as they release the game for PC. So
Who owns 5M?
Rockstar bought them out about 2 years ago.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So they want to shut. There's rumors going around in the company that they actually do have a program called Roma or Rome. There's a debate with what it's called, but it's pretty much going to be like a 5M version, but through Rockstar. So you'll be able to go through the game and access it instead of having to have a separate application for it.
So in other words, it'll be the same shit, just embedded into the game.
Right, exactly. You'll be able to set up your own private servers and everything with mods and everything through the
That's
game.
what EA did with some of the Facebook games. They bought them out just to buy the rights to the embedding things, and then suddenly they brought it in all the shit into Sims. You know, like the weekly shit, buy stuff.
Now, this is the thing. If Rockstar sticks to the old 5M motto of allowing open source, allowing people to come in and make mods for the game, third party, I think it will work out well and probably be a little bit more streamlined. But if they lock it down to where only they can add stuff, I think I know people are still going to use it and it'll still get used, but it's just not going to be what 5M was and what people enjoyed about 5M, you know? Because a lot of the mods in 5M are not made by Rockstar or any particular company. It was CFEX or CFX was the company that owned 5M originally. Like, they allowed third-party programmers to make mods for the game and then upload them into 5M. And that's what people loved about it. But 5M was also the type that they didn't just allow anybody to play. You had to have a legal licensed copy of the game downloaded on to your computer. So they weren't like being illegal in any way in that sense.
Yeah.
You know, when they could have and got into a big old war with Rockstar over it, but they actually required that you had a legit license for the game before you could play 5M. And that was one of the reasons why originally Rockstar, I think, did try to sue them a few years back before they bought them. And they ended up losing the lawsuit because they weren't really doing anything illegal. So because they were requiring that you buy a license from Rockstar, Rockstar was still getting their money at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So
How you
No
getting
luck
on,
with
Paul?
that bullshit. No luck with that bullshit. It kept sending me different codes, different this, different that, on and on and on and on and on.
all right. Throw the other one in the trash. Send me that one. I'll get it hooked up.
No, that's not good. He needs it on his.
So my question is this: can you still work Alexa, or have you got signed out of all your Alexas?
No, all my Alexas are working.
It's just the
Double
bathroom
check.
one.
Yeah, but you got like 2 or 3 of them pretty close to each other, so just move one of those into the bathroom.
I told him
Well,
all you got to do is he's got 7 in the house.
You don't need one every 5 feet in the house. Just
You don't
move
need one
of
in the bathroom, that's for sure. Just tell it to play at 100%.
I'm actually surprised they haven't came out. They might even have one. I just haven't seen it. They haven't come out with a waterproof one for the shower for you to play music while you're in the shower. They might actually have one. Let me look.
There's a shower speaker, but it's
Well, that's what
not
I'm saying.
not connected to Alexa or anything.
I'm telling you, he's got signed out. I guarantee you. Watch,
Alexa.
he's gonna be all upset. I'm gonna be going the rest of the day.
Kohler has a shower head with a speaker built into it.
There you go.
What about that? What's going on?
Oh, it works, I think. Alexa, What
Oh,
time is
wow.
it?
Good morning, Paul. The time is 11:18 a.m.
Thank you.
Check this out.
Anytime. Literally.
Joe, look at this. They got a Kohler shower head with the speaker and it's Alexa
Oh,
enabled.
yeah. Yeah, like you
can have-
really need that.
No, I'm saying if you were somebody that spends a long time in the shower and you want to listen to music,
Yeah,
that's
and
pretty
when
cool.
for $128 and it malfunctions and electrocutes you. Fuck that.
Oh, come on now. That's so low power. It ain't gonna do nothing to you.
Low power until it hits water, and then all that power's in you.
No, because I guarantee it screws up. I haven't looked in it in detail, but I'm almost bet it probably screws off to recharge it. It's probably running off a little battery. I almost guarantee it wouldn't be enough to fucking kill you if it actually.
Why would
did.
you need that? It's not a speaker.
I don't know.
waterproof
Some
speaker.
people, dude, I know people that spend an hour and a half in the fucking shower. My daughter's one of them.
What
And
the hell do you do? Stood up for an hour and 30 minutes?
I don't
in the
know.
shower?
I wish I knew. Because by the time I get in there, all the fucking hot water's gone.
We're more modern than that. We don't have that problem.
My oldest daughter, oh my god, dude, she's in the she'll go in the bathroom. She'll be in there for like a fucking hour and a half.
So I'm guessing you have the water tank then. The
Hot water heater tank, yeah.
yeah.
You can get the tankless ones that will keep
Yeah.
constant hot water, but those are really expensive systems.
Not
Yeah,
over
that's
it.
all.
We've got our shower heats up the water as we use it.
But I mean, a modern new hot water heater doesn't take long to reheat water. I mean, you can have hot water within 20 minutes after it runs out. But what I'm saying is the tankless ones though can be a little expensive. And our hot water heater tanks aren't exactly small. I mean, they're big. You gotta remember too, our houses are generally bigger than your guys's. A lot more water to run and stuff.
Yeah, like I said, we've got the power shower. Literally we turn on the taps, it's instant hot water.
I mean, your average houses over here are usually 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, or they might be 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath. That's like your average family home over here.
Yeah, I
And
get
they're not
that. But
small rooms neither. I mean, that's a big house. That's a decent sized house.
yeah, but what I'm saying is if I turn the tap on, hot water tap on in the kitchen, yeah, it's instant hot water. It heats up as I use it, and the same in the bathroom with a sink. And the shower has its own heating elements, so it doesn't get affected by anything.
Hey,
Yeah,
David,
they don't do that on average over here.
I want to tell you, thank you so much.
You done it?
It looks better than it's ever looked.
We'll see. Let's see.
There you go.
Hold on, I'll show you. Hold on. Wait a second.
I bet it's a polka jet that says "fuck off, David."
Damn, I forgot to say that. Hold on.
Probably put the F the wrong size.
Yeah, I gotta fix that. Hold on.
Yeah, the U's upside down.
Hold on. I made it a whole different way. Instead of letters protruding, now I have it all solid and I got it going in. It's got 107 with the drone on the bottom. This is USA Drone Flyer. And on the other side, it's Captain Joe America, YouTube, and Pilot.
Yeah, but the USA is not lined and centered.
I don't give a shit. USA is closed.
That looks all right. What
The
software?
freaking S is, bitch, freaking S is off a little bit.
Yeah, what software are you using there?
I wasn't. I mean, I was being funny, but I was being serious at the same time. It's slightly off.
It's slightly off. I can fix that
Yeah.
real easy. That's an easy fix.
And Joe, what
No, it's
software are
not.
you using?
No, it's not. No, I gotta leave it because it matches the sides right here and right there.
Yeah. And Joe, what software are you using?
Tinkercad.
Tinkercad. Actually, just go turn it back a minute. I think it's the drone bit that's slightly off.
No, it's the USA.
Yeah, because if you look at the USA, it's not
Oh yeah,
centered.
it's the U in the USA that throws it in the S.
Well, it's the S needs to go over like a space.
Yeah,
I think it looks all right though. It's good.
I thought.
But look at
I
this.
think he needs to redo
Look at this.
it.
Letters are back to front.
Actually, I won't know until it's printed. But I'm gonna go back and look at it and see if I can move that over just a bit, just in case. But I really do think it needs to be moved over. So I don't think I can move it though.
Right, your Tinkercad, is that web version or is it
Joe, this is
On the
the
web.
beginning stages of what we call rage quitting in gaming.
No, actually, hey Justin, it's complete. The bottom is centered on the O, and it's all. I gotta leave it alone because it's centered enough that it's gonna blend because of the way the top is. That's why I left it like that.
Okay, send me one of the chips for a review. I'm gonna do a review video.
I ain't giving you shit.
You're like, I like the chip, it's durable and everything, but
I'll be honest with you, it could be moved over one time.
you might have to shorten your line in that U though. That top line side that's going to the side. Is
I
that gonna
actually
run
want it
into?
like that.
Yeah, I know, but will it run into the edge of the poker chip if you move it over a space?
But this is the easy
I might
bit.
be able to fix it. Hold
I
on.
mean, you might have to shorten that just by like, a
I
millimeter.
still
or
should be able to fix it because I got to ungroup it.
The hard bit is going to be gluing the two sides together. And
No,
keep
it's
it
easy.
lined up.
I've been gluing the two sides together. It's easy. Very easy. Yeah, they ain't moving that USA unless I go back and start it again.
if you take
Well, you
things
just sit
out,
and think
you
about that,
hit the
Joe.
ball and then you get hurt, baby. You know? Look, you're gonna get hurt.
See, this is like the version of us not beating a level on a game. You got to walk away for a little bit and come back.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to throw your mouse. So you got the new one working, Paul, or was that the old one you got working again?
That was an old one.
Well, you gonna send the new one back or what?
I don't know what to do with it.
How much you
You
pay
don't
for
need it. Send it back.
I paid 30, 40 bucks for it.
Yeah, send it back.
That's the one you said the other day was given to you.
No, he bought another one. The one he got given didn't work, apparently.
Yep.
You just need to send me all your stuff that you claim's broken. I'll see if I can fix it. That guy sold me that fucking Cosmo that was worth $300-400. He gave it to me for $80 because he couldn't figure out how to connect the fucking Wi-Fi. He said,
Hey,
I
Joe,
can't.
this is how I handle my frustration level.
Oh, I know.
And you know what he said in the listing? He said, I can't get the Wi-Fi password pulled up. It just shows the IP address. Well, that is the Wi-Fi password for the app. You put the IP address on for the Wi-Fi you're connecting it to. So it will, and he didn't know that. I didn't tell him. I was like, oh, yeah, common problem. I think I can fix it.
Yo, I'm on Tinkercad. Yeah. And it looks a lot different to yours. Why?
Well, that wasn't Tink. That was Anchor Make. That was Anchor Make Studio you were looking at just now.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not on Tinker. I wasn't on Tinkercad showing it there.
Yeah, so I'm trying to find where you can do the text stuff.
Yeah, it's just basic letters.
I want to take the. I've already got the ribbon, but I want to do the outline of it. So
Paul, what else do you have sitting around over there that's like electronics wise that you say doesn't work?
back at it, Justin.
I got different stuff like
Like a cooker or a stove.
I got all kinds of shit.
Yeah, you got a stove there you never used.
No, I don't want appliances. I want like electronics.
Of course you do. So does Paul.
I'd
Well,
pay
Paul
for
just wants them
shipping.
to work.
Just throw them all in a box and send them to me, and I'll pay for the shipping.
What Paul needs to do is just employ someone to come in once a month or once every couple of months, come in and just get everything working for him.
He was employing me, but the checks kept bouncing.
You could just imagine you employ somebody one night who comes on the stream and there's like fucking disco lights and all sorts going off. Got it all working.
Me and Corey were trying to talk Jason into setting up his house like Linus Tech has, where you build a server rack and you put all your computers in the rack in a room, in its own room. And then that way you just run everything through Ethernet. That way Jason could be at his desk and not actually have a computer right there at his desk. It would be in a closet across his house. And he could just, because that's the way Linus does it. He has a server rack built down in his basement, and all his computer, his wife's computer, and all his kids' computers are all built into the server rack. And then when they're up in their rooms, all they have is the peripherals, you know, the keyboard, the mouse, the screens, that's it. And then they can turn their computer on from right there at their desk in their bedroom. And it turns on down in the basement. Jason started getting real interested when me and Corey were mentioning it. I was like, oh yeah, here comes like a $20,000 project. Yes.
Yeah. Your crew. Telling me the shit's off like a little bit, and I'm fixing it now, bitch. Hey, I gotta go back and put all the
I
letters
know,
back
right,
in it.
Dusty? Me and Dusty will take a road trip up there. We'll clear Paul's house out.
Paul doesn't need you to clear his house out. He just wants to get things working.
Well, we'll get everything working, and then we'll take all the shit he doesn't want.
I can add
You-
text in here.
You just sound like Amazon support, right? The amount of times you ring Amazon support and they go, "Well, just send it back." That's not the fucking problem. I actually want the darn freaking item. Otherwise, I wouldn't have fucking bought it, would I?
Dude, I hate when they try to tell me to send like a $5 or $10 item back. I'm like, no, I'm not doing
Oh,
that.
no shit.
Give me my fucking money back. I'm not wasting my gas to go halfway across town to drop it off at UPS or take it to Kohl's to do a return on it. Fuck that.
You want to know why they got pissed off with me? Because I'm disabled officially. Yeah, I can ask them to get it picked up from my door. So when they said, "Oh, send me that £5 item back," I go, "Yep, not a problem, but you're paying to have it collected from the door."
I don't even do that. I tell them, no, I'm not wasting my time, my personal time, to return something that's that cheap that it was broke when I got it. Like when I remember when I ordered that paint stick for my car and they sent me that fucking plastic shit or whatever? They wanted me to return it. I said, no, I said, it's a $5 item. I'm not returning it. I was like,
there
you
you go.
guys sent me the wrong item.
There you go, Paul. East Coast, he said he'll come up and he'll bring cash and he'll anything you don't want, he'll buy off you.
It'll help you declutter the house. Yeah, I'd love to go through Paul's house. I bet he's got all kinds of cool shit just sitting around and
Wait
buying.
up. Based on the amount of stuff I've seen Paul have, right? Next time Paul comes on after Dusty's East Coast has been, yeah.
It'll take Dusty about 12 hours to get to Paul's.
Yeah, but once he gets there, right, Paul's going to come on stream and he's just going to be sat there on a chair of money. Sold it all.
Yeah,
It's gonna
absolutely nothing in the room except for cans of Pepsi.
No, like it's like going through going through storage units are really fun because you don't know what you'll find, you know. Like
Right.
I used to enjoy doing that with my cousin. We'd go and he'd buy a storage unit. We'd get to go through it and dig through it and see what all was in there.
Right, I'm dropping off,
All right. Catch you later.
Catch you later.
going for a shower, going out tonight. I
Well,
won't be
it's
on
like
later.
that jewelry box I've got with all the different rings and shit. I took it up to the jewelry store and they says,
Later,
that's not worth anything.
Well, because it was probably
But did you bring it to
plated.
a gold place? No.
No, but what I'm saying is the price of gold right now, if any of that was real, they would not have turned him away. They would have offered
Well, I
him
agree.
something for it. So which
Unless
tells
it was
me
just a jeweler that can't afford to buy it.
that most likely it was probably plated.
Now,
And if you know the markings and all that, the correct markings and everything, you'll be able to tell at home
yeah,
what it
I
is.
think it's more what Joel's saying because over here the price of gold's so high, yeah, people aren't buying it, and jewelers are turning it away because they can't sell it.
Well, see, a lot of places over here, they don't buy it to keep it. They buy it for slightly less than what it's worth.
Oh yeah,
And
then
then they
trade
turn
it.
around and they sell it to a company that buys it and melts it down on a mass scale. You know, like $1 billion company that buys it in bulk from all these little small pawn shops and stuff.
Yeah.
There's money there. That's why I said it's not a fact of a lot of them aren't buying it just to sit on it. They're buying it and they're selling it as they're getting it.
Yeah,
They're
flipping.
turning around and they're flipping it for about a 10 to 15% profit. So if gold's worth 3,000 an ounce and you got an ounce of gold, they might give you 2,700, 2,800 for it.
Yeah.
Leaves them a little room to make a couple $100 profit. And then they'll turn around and sell it to the big guys that buy it by the tons, you know. And it ends up either at a government or some big some big firm that buys it billions of dollars worth. Ooh, what is that, Paul?
Justin, this was on the shelf. It's never been opened.
Oh, what is that?
Oh fucking hell!
Oh, that would look so
Yeah,
good on my desk. That is so cool.
Yeah, he's
What is
got a
it, like
lot
a
of that
remote
stuff
control?
back there.
It's like a remote control. Listens
No.
and response, holographic communications, autonomous. Oh,
Let me see what that's
how the
worth.
fuck you got to live so far away? Oh, it's got XM radio. I actually have a subscription to XM. Oh, that would go, dude. You could fuck around on my desk with Cosmo.
BB-8.
Yeah, Star Wars BB-8.
Made by Disney.
$18,000.
Well, like Dusty, it's not even just its costume jewelry. It's probably
Yeah.
plated. Which there's money in plated jewelry. It's just the cost of separating it is where a lot of companies.
Well, the thing of it is what
because it will cost more.
I don't have
to
any
separate it.
granddaughters or anything to give it to.
Right.
And it's like,
But it costs more usually to separate plated gold from the other metals, and that's why a lot of companies don't like buying it. It's not that there's not money in it. There is money value in the ring itself or whatever the jewelry is. It's just that the process of separating it costs too much. And so a lot of companies don't like to buy plated stuff because of that. I've yet to ever see a pawn shop or a jewelry shop over here willing to buy plated stuff. And I've just sold a lot of jewelry.
Right, Paul. If that robot is the original version, they're selling for 500 quid.
Because when my cousin,
that's an original. I've had that on the top shelf for several years.
when me and my cousin were doing,
Don't open it.
Look at this I found.
I guarantee you that thing is not worth that much.
Is
though,
that
Jody.
silver or just change?
Change. Some of it's silver.
If that was a Star Wars toy from like the 70s or 80s, I would say it'd probably be worth something. But
Well, if you're
all
going
the
to change
shit-
it in, separate your silver because it's worth more.
all the shit these days, though, is also mass produced in the millions. I guarantee there's millions of those.
Yeah,
out
but
there.
brand new in box,
Don't
Yeah.
open it.
unopened, yeah, is £447.23 on eBay.
If you
Yeah,
open
but
it, you lose the price.
What's the sold though? You can't go by what people are asking. What have they actually sold for? Look that up. Because people can ask whatever they want for 'em.
And it's got its own cradle that goes in, it charges it.
Well, he's asking $595. Well, he must be selling them because he said he says he had 4.
Well, you can
He
put
got one left.
you can do a filter as sold though, and see what is actually sold for the sold prices. What's up, Jody? Because that's the thing is people can ask whatever they want on eBay. An item could be worth $20 and they can still ask 150 for it. But you got to look and see what they've actually sold for, and then that'll give you an idea of what they're kind of worth in the used market or newish market.
Paul, just keep turning it around a minute. I just want to see the front of the box.
The front,
That one.
Let me look on eBay over here and see. BB8.
Yep, the original ones, that one, the 500 quid. Everyone's selling them 500 quid. You can get the cheaper versions, and they're like 52.75. But that one itself,
well, when I got it, it says it was a collector's item.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
On Amazon, they're going for 183. New.
for that one,
Well, hold on. I don't think that's an original. That looks like a new box. That's maybe a couple years old just by looking at the.
It's never been opened.
Because the ones I'm seeing.
Don't
look
open
older.
it.
Hold on.
And here on the bottom, it's from Spearcom, Boulder, Colorado. That's still got all the stuff on it.
Let me see here. eBay.
stick a Fortnite sticker on it, it'd be worth millions.
So it looks like on eBay, somebody's got one on eBay for $24. Over
That
here.
one.
Yeah, exact. That one still in the box.
Yeah, still don't open it.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people over here selling them for like 25, $30.
Why am I only
Yeah.
seeing $300, $400, $500?
Because it might be a different style or it could be a certain size. You know what I'm saying? Like one could be like life size.
Yeah, but it's that box.
Yeah, but that's the thing though, is they
What's
could
the model
be
number?
they could be rarer over there though.
There's a model number on it.
It's a QRC code is not a QRC. Yeah,
It's just
what's
like
it called?
used video games, right? There's some over here that are worth hundreds of dollars. You can go
Oh,
over to
model number.
you can walk into
R001, and it got SKU USA.
Hey, the SKU is going to be the one you need. They'll tell you if it's original or not.
yeah, this is the same exact one Paul's got. $24. I can buy it.
Assembled in China.
Right, that's it. It's worth nothing.
That's what I'm saying. That's one of those things that's mass produced. Just because it's got an iconic name doesn't always make it worth money at the end of the day. And even if Paul never opened it, Paul wouldn't, and I'm not saying this to sound mean, but Paul wouldn't be live enough, long enough for that to start to even collect a lot of value. Like that's something that might be worth something in like 40 years. Because you got it. The thing is, if something's mass produced in the millions, you have to wait till a lot of those circulate out into the trash, into the trash cans and people throwing them away and everything to the point to where there's only a handful left.
You know what,
That's
Paul?
when they get valued.
You've outlived the dinosaurs, right? And the Romans and Saxons and all that. And Justin don't think you're going to live another 40 years.
I'm
I
not.
didn't say you couldn't. I'm just saying.
Justin's right. I'm not
No,
going to
you-
live that.
That thing probably
You are
wouldn't be
gonna live
worth
that
nothing when I'm Paul's age. It probably wouldn't be worth that much. It might go up in value by maybe $50, $60.
There's another ring that looks really nice.
Yeah, that doesn't look real. That just, I don't know, that gold, maybe it could be the camera too, but that gold color just looks off. It looks too shiny.
Frank wants to know what date it was. That thing, but
Date of what?
your robot.
When did you buy it? How long ago did you buy it?
I don't remember. Like 5, 6, 7 years ago.
Why did you buy that anyway?
I
'Cause
don't
he
know.
can. The reason why he buys everything because he can.
Well, if you don't want it, Paul, let me know, and in a few days I will send you some shipping money if you want to send it. I will buy it off you.
It's cool.
Because I don't give a shit. I'm opening that bitch and I'm gonna do something with it.
Are they Funko Pops behind you on the top shelf?
Are they what?
That Funko Pop top shelf in the far corner.
Yeah, it is a Funko Pop. Yeah, send that to me too. Those aren't worth shit anymore.
You ain't
A
fuck.
Funko.
They can be worth up to hundreds then.
There's a few of them, but the Funko Pop,
But that's been there for decades.
but the Funko Pop industry has really marketed.
Paul, no, other side, other side,
No. In the box.
It's in
at
the box.
top corner. Yeah, that
one.
That is a Funko Pop. I can tell from here. Or it's an off-brand Funko Pop.
Mr. Peanut.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what the Mr. Peanut Funko Pop's going for.
32,942.50.
Yeah. No, like 5, 6 years ago, the Funko Pop market was really good, but now you can get it for $15. $9.20 for if you want it in the box brand new on eBay. Let's see what Amazon's selling it for. It's the same one he's got.
Somebody sent me this from Australia.
Does the Funko Pop say 107 on the box on the top? In the top lettering on the very top of the box?
Yeah, 107. Planners
Yeah.
107.
Okay, so let's see, Amazon. Yeah, it goes for, oh, that's with the display case. It costs $50, so you're probably looking at about 25 now on Amazon.
They still got quite a bit.
But that's my
Anyway,
whole.
somebody sent me this from New Zealand or Australia.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely from New Zealand. Little kookaburra.
Tiny travelers, it says.
Yeah, it's a kookaburra.
It's got a tag on it that says.
Don't start that song, please.
What?
We're king of the bushes, laugh, kookaburra, laugh, kookaburra, gay your life must be. That'll teach you all for the Pink Panther song last week.
You two there.
I don't know where I got this from.
What's in that other box up there at the very top? Next to the plastic box. What is that? That looks like some kind of tablet or electronic or something. What is
Where?
that? The box next to the plastic box.
Justin shopping.
Right there, yeah. No, over another one.
One
Yeah,
over.
that. No, in between.
In between.
that.
Oh, that's a marine scanner.
Okay. It looked like a tablet box.
Justin's in here shopping.
I'm
Welcome
serious.
to
If he
Paul's
wants to get,
QVC channel.
I'm saying if he wants to get rid of some of that old electronic stuff that he thinks might not be working anymore, I'd love to play around with it and see if it does. I mean, I ain't doing nothing there.
Louis. Don't even think
I'll give
about
it
it.
Oh, what's in that case, Paul? What is that? Poker chips?
Oh, God.
Don't talk about poker chips.
This is makeup set.
It looks like one of those poker chip stainless steel cases or aluminum cases.
I don't hear nothing about poker chips.
It's heavy as hell.
Yeah, I wouldn't count on that, Justin.
Oh,
Right?
man.
So on the market down the road from us the other week, they had this massive
No.
case like that, a yellow one.
Lay it down and open it, Paul, first. Don't
Yeah.
open it standing up.
Justin, a couple of
Yeah,
weeks ago, they had a massive yellow one. I thought it was full of poker chips, and I said to the guy, "How much is that?" And he went, "You can have it for £1.50." Yeah, I was like, bargain. Got it home, opened it up. It was full of glitter balls, little glitter balls. He's like, "The fuck the bloody hell did that, assholes?"
Yeah, I knew that's
Oh,
what
yes.
that was.
Hey, Joe,
Sarah's-
look at that.
Then why you bought that?
Sarah's stepdad has a big ass one that's like 3 times that size.
Has it ever been used?
No,
Oh,
Why you bought it?
I don't know.
Lord, Paul.
put that on oh, you can't put it on Facebook.
You
Shit.
can get for next to nothing poker chips now.
I'm saying little things like that he has new, he could, but he can't put it on there because he can't get on.
Yeah,
Facebook.
they've never been used.
That wouldn't even be worth shipping to anybody because that's so heavy. It's not worth it. 'Cause you get a
It's
set-
got 2 decks of cards in it.
Yeah, because you could get a set like that on Amazon for like probably $40. It costs 12, probably more
Yeah,
than that.
they're,
to
they're
ship
only
it.
a fiver over here.
But like Sarah's stepdad, he has a set that's like twice that
You know the
size.
worst.
It's a
You know the
big-ass
funny
case.
bit is, you know them
It's heavy as
cases.
fuck.
Yeah, you could buy them with poker chips in, right? £5. You try buying that case on its own, they're £100. Went that out.
Yeah,
A lot of this stuff just needs to go out to the curb.
Paul.
like I said, any
You just have a
want
electronic,
garage
everything you
sale.
got.
any electronic stuff, Paul, if you really want to just get it out, put it all in a box. Let me know how much, and I'll send you the money next week for shipping. If you just want to get rid of it.
Man.
If it's like old Alexas, whatever electronic stuff you got.
Paul, don't throw anything away. Find a way to sell it.
Yeah.
I'll even give you a little extra.
Have a yard
just for
sale, huh?
shipping. I've been
But
saying
have
you should
people
have
help
a
you.
yard sale for a long time.
The problem is you've got to have somebody there watching stuff, or they'll be robbing them blind.
Ian, I can't move around that much. You know, I got electronics, I got saws, I got all kinds of things.
Then you get that guy that comes over to help you find the dog every once in a while.
Or see if Jim will come down and help you one day.
Yeah.
See if Jim's got any grandkids or anything he could bring down with him. You can have a whole fucking row of grandkids coming in there and just ripping everything out for you, getting it set up outside. Have a yard sale. People love yard sales. Don't try to squirm in on my deal, Dustin. I'll block you right now.
Wait up. Wait, whoa. We have bidders here, Paul.
No, I will outbid
Justin,
Dustin.
what's your
Fuck
offer?
around. Fuck around. I'll outbid Dustin. I don't care what he bids.
Okay, Dustin, what's your offer? Dustin versus Justin. Come on, let's have these bids.
I'm not putting up the initial offer.
Any advance on $5, $5. Anyway, advance on $5, going once, going twice. Sold.
Yeah, right. I talked to him 3 years ago. What about it, Dustin? I just forgot about it.
We have a bidding war.
I'll just double it. Whatever Dustin offers.
It's going to be like one of them. You know what? You know when you see them on eBay where they've got a buy it now and also bid prices, and it's actually the bid prices have gone over the buy it now prices. And you're like, what the fuck?
Well, then you get assholes on there that will up the bids just to up it the last minute.
Yeah.
That Star Wars things is heavy.
Well, you got two bidders here, Paul, Justin and Dustin.
No. Dustin ain't gonna outbid me.
We'll see.
Actually, like I said, Dustin, you can actually get that offline for really cheap. They're not really not that expensive.
You don't worry about that. I'm just waiting for you guys to bid.
Honestly, I probably could buy two of them off of eBay for what it costs to ship that one.
Look, bids end in 7 minutes. With a couple of seconds ago, I'm going to snap the fucking pair of you.
I got all these hats.
Holy shit.
I ain't got no use for hats. I don't
Carolina
hats like that.
drone.
No, don't give Dre's hat away. Those are all people that sent you hats.
Yep.
Who's Carolina drone? I don't even know who the fuck that is. Never heard
That'd
of
be
that.
Carolina Air Shots, something like that. Might have been.
Stream Time Live. Stream Time Live.
Sign them, Paul. Sell them.
Carolina drones.
Those are all just YouTube channels.
Yep. People sent me.
I
sent
like
me
Dre's
hats.
hat. I got Dre's hat.
Oh, we have a
Put
bid
up.
here. We have a bid $19.99, Paul, for the BB-8 from Dustin. Justin, you want a bid?
Costs more than that to ship it, I would imagine, because it's a heavy little sucker.
Justin, you want a bid?
Oh, I don't need to. I can get it. I like Dre's hat though. He has really nice hats. I would guess Dustin probably at least 40 to ship that thing. Anywhere between $25 to $40. Depending on who he went with. If he went with UPS or FedEx,
Why would it be so expensive? I mean,
because like I
we
said,
can
it
send
depends.
stuff up to 1-2 kilograms for fucking.
It depends on who you, like I said, who you go with. You go with the post office, it's going to be a lot cheaper. But
Yeah,
you're also taking a chance because the post office sucks dick.
Yeah, but all our couriers over here, if I wanted to send a 2 kilogram parcel, which can go up to 1 meter by 3 meters or 3 meters by 3 meters, then they'll accept that for a $5.
Yeah, but you also got to remember too, David. It's like I said yesterday. It's the size of the country. They got to ship that thing a lot farther. If I ship something all the way to Dre in California, that's a long fucking trip. They got to factor in all that.
Yeah, it's like down the road.
Yeah, it's a little over 2,500 miles.
Round the corner.
No, I would say it definitely the size of the country is definitely got to be a factor in the pricing. But like I said, FedEx and UPS can set their own prices because they're a private company. The post office, their prices are set by Congress. So whatever the congressional sets their prices at, that's what they're at. Like they actually have what they call if it ships, it fits boxes. So anything you can fit in that box that will fit in it and it will close correctly, you can ship for a flat fee. They actually lose a lot of money on that every year. Because people, I mean, if you got something that weighs 100 pounds and you can fit it in that fucking box, they got to ship it for that price. I don't know if they're still doing that because I haven't really shipped with them like that in a long time, but they were doing that for a long time. They called it if it fits, it ships.
Life size.
Probably.
There's my parking spot right there.
Some yard sales are jank as hell, Dustin, but then sometimes you run across some really good ones.
I would imagine most everybody's out having breakfast or lunch with the family.
Yeah, I gotta go in about 40 minutes.
Where are you going?
My brother.
I'm about to jump off here in a minute. I'm starting to get another fucking sinus headache. Fucking shit is killing me.
Okay, you guys ready to call it?
I mean, I just want to say one vision. You could get a life-size R2D2, or you could have been friends with the original R2D2, Kenny Rogers, or Kenny Baker, should I say? He was,
Rogers.
Kenny Baker. He was friends with my stepbrother through their acting career.
Dustin, was it just like a solid statue, or did it actually move around? Or is it just like it just sits and
I don't know. Kenny Baker used to walk.
Jesus?
Right, on that note.
Okay, guys.
I'll catch y'all
Thanks for
later.
being here. Joe, you have a good afternoon at your brother's house.
Oh, Joel, the S is slightly off.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, don't forget the U's got to be italic.
Okay, we'll see everybody again tonight.